This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Play ball!
Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another day of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Josh Carey welcoming you to Blue Wahoos Stadium in Pensacola, Florida, where today it is the second game of a 6-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. Back in Mission Control running the boards is Jeff Scarborough. This is the pregame show, and Chris Harris is on assignment. Trash Pandas will try to pick up their first win of the series after coming up just a tick short last night to Pensacola by the final score of 3-2. The ball game went 11 innings, and my oh my, the Trash Pandas had their opportunities, just couldn't get the big hit to put them over the top. It started as a pitcher's duel last night between Walbert Urena of Rocket City and Jacob Miller of Pensacola. It was scoreless all the way until the bottom of the 6th inning. Now, Miller for the Blue Wahoos went 5 shutout frames, allowed 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 5. Urena fired 5 scoreless innings to start things, but then in the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Wahoos finally broke out on top as they scored an unearned run, and that would be a theme as well. All 3 runs last night by Pensacola were unearned. In that 6th inning, Jared Cerna would lead off the inning by singling along the infield. It was a little dribbler in front of the catcher, Josh Crouch, who came up firing to first. His throw sailed, however, on Sam Brown, the first baseman, went down the first base line. So it was a single, and then Cerna went to second on the throwing error by Crouch. A failed pickoff attempt by Urena on Cerna allowed the Pensacola shortstop to take third base, so 2 errors in the inning, and that preceded an RBI single by Nathan Martorella, and it made it a 1-0 Pensacola lead. Trash Pandas would tie the ball game in the top of the 8th inning. Miller left after the 5th. Zach McCambley pitched 2 shutout innings for Pensacola. Finally, Rocket City was able to get to Josh White in the 8th inning. With 1 out, Nelson Rada would flare a double down the left field line, and for Rada, it would be 1 of 3 hits in the ball game. He would move to third on a ground out by Denzer Guzman and then score on a wild pitch by White as that tied the ball game up at 1 apiece. Things would stay that way until the 10th inning when Rocket City would take their only lead of the contest. David Calabrese was the ghost runner at second base. He would move to third on a ground out by Caleb Ketchup, and after Christian Moore struck out looking, Rada again came through, this time an opposite field single into left. It was his 9th RBI of the season, scoring Calabrese from third, and that gave Rocket City a 2-1 lead as Rada finished the ball game 3 of 5, had 2 singles, a double, a run scored. He also stole 3 bases and drove in a run as well. So it was a 2-1 ball game, and it was at that point that Jared Southard came into the game in the bottom of the 10th inning, trying to close it down for Rocket City. Ghost runner Johnny Olmstead started the inning at second base. Mark Coley II would fly out to left for out number 1, and then Shane Sasaki would bloop a single into right field in front of Caleb Ketchup. Ketchup was going to try to play the ball on a pop, but the ball wound up kicking off of him, and that allowed the runner from second to come Olmstead to come around and score. Had Ketchup fielded the ball cleanly, Olmstead would have only made it to third, but because he kicked it, that was the 3rd error of the game on Rocket City, and Olmstead was able to score from second. That tied the ball game up at 2 apiece, and it was really too bad because after that, Southern got a shallow flyout by Sam Prater and an easy flyout by Jared Cerna in the inning. If Ketchup doesn't make that error, perhaps Rocket City hangs on, who knows, but it was a 2-2 ball game at that point. Finally, in the top of the 11th inning, a ghost runner plus back-to-back hit by pitches from reliever Jesse Burgeon loaded the bases with no one out for Rocket City. It looked like the Trash Pandas were about to blow the game open, but Burgeon would settle down. He would strike out Sonny DeShera and Josh Crouch swinging, and then get David Calabrese looking to end the inning, and it kept it a 2-2 ball game entering the bottom of the 11th. By the way, it was Miles Emerson who struck out instead of Crouch in that 11th inning. Finally, in the bottom of the 11th, Cerna was at second base. Nathan Martorella was walked. A 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Kemp Alderman retired Martorella and moved Cerna from second to third. A walk to Josh Zamora, and then Johnny Olmstead came through, and on the first pitch he saw from Jared Southard, he grounded it through the left side for the game-winning single as in to score was Cerna on the walk-off. And again, the Blue Wahoos win in 11 innings by the final of 3-2. Here are your totals. Rocket City, 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. They left 11 men on base, and boy, they'll rue the day for that. Meanwhile, Pensacola, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 9. Virgin winds up getting the win to move to 1-0. A shutout, 11th inning, no hits, no walks. He hit 2 and struck out 3. He's 1-0. And Jared Southard, the tough luck loser, he falls to 0-2. Inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 unearned runs. He walked 3, struck out none. Again, he's 0-2, no save. Time of game 3 hours and 3 minutes, and the attendance 3,112. As again, Pensacola won in 11 innings by the final of 3-2. We're going to take a break on the pregame show. When we come back, we will hear part 2 of my podcast interview with starting right-hander George Clausen. That's coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we continue to get ready for first pitch. Rocket City taking on Pensacola today in Florida. Josh Carey with you. My guest this week on the Josh Carey Show is Rocket City starting right-hander George Clausen, who's continuing a meteoric rise through the Angels farm system. In the following segment, George talks about his up-and-down college career and his battle with injuries.
So Minnesota, okay, good athletics department. Dave Winfield went there, and they've had decent football, pretty good basketball. Mm-hmm. Baseball might not be what they're known for, but what was kind of your impressions when you first showed up playing a spring sport in a winter city?
Yeah, they kind of do it well because they play the Vikings play.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's 20 degrees outside, we can play inside, and then once it starts to get a little warmer, we'll go play away game somewhere where it's a little bit nicer. So I think we end up only playing outside back end of March or beginning of April. We play home. So you kind of get that okay-ish weather, but I mean, you just got to deal with it.
Your senior season of high school never happened.
Never happened.
Blew out your elbow. What happened and where did it happen and what was the process like coming back?
So senior year was it was my freshman year of college. I hurt myself.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good. We were like 2 weeks before season. We were throwing, and my arm just hadn't felt good for like a month. And I was like, gosh, throwing a lot, whatever. And then just one pitch just was not right. It wasn't good at all. I mean, you don't really know how to deal with it until you go through it. Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, I was really nervous about the surgery, but I'm like, I have no control over that. But it's pretty much that rehab process that you got to stick to. So, it's every single day for 13 months. So, I mean, you can miss a day, but once you start missing a day, you're like, oh, I can take the next day off, and then it keeps piling and snowballing, and all of a sudden you're, oh, shoot, I have a setback. Mm-hmm. So being able to just stay on that strict schedule, kind of discipline yourself, like, hey, like, I'm going to get back. I have to get back. I'm going to be in the training room, weight room every day. Just keep on going and going. It kind of builds. You got to build a little character, like, just to show up every day and just give it your all.
Did you think your career was over when you first got injured?
I mean, I think that thought runs through everybody's head who's ever went through it. I mean, it's definitely scary because, I mean, this is the one thing you have to play the game. I mean, I don't hit, I don't run, I don't field. I throw a baseball, so it's definitely a shock. Mm-hmm. But you just gotta stick to it and just believe in yourself.
You came back. Mm-hmm. Freshman year, you were on a very limited sophomore year, redshirt freshman. Mm-hmm. You come back and you're on a very limited pitch count, very limited innings workload.
Yeah.
What was that like, just not being able to be out there and help your ball club win?
It definitely sucks.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was ready to go and throw, but it really takes an additional year just to kind of get your bearings back and be like, oh, I'm a pitcher again. I mean, I struggled with throwing in the zone when I came back from TJ. I think everybody does too. And I had a lot of older teammates that went through it saying like, hey, like growing pains, everybody goes through this. Just stick to it. Keep believing in yourself. Keep going. But yeah, seeing your team play while you just sit there and watch is definitely a hard thing. But I mean, the best thing you can do is just support them and help them any way you can.
So I'm going to be a negative Nelly, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you some numbers for your college career.
Yeah.
1 win.
Yep.
9 losses. I don't know what the ERA was, and you probably walked about 41 people in 46 innings.
Yeah.
So sophomore year, junior year, mm-hmm. redshirt sophomore.
Yeah.
That's coming to an end. What's going through your mind? Just because the numbers aren't there, the velocity is, the arm is there, but the results aren't. What's kind of going through your mind as you're getting close to the end of that season?
I just took it day by day. Obviously, I didn't get the results I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was tough. It was not who I was, but I just had to keep going because if I knew if I took a step back or just festered on the last thing, like whatever I'm going to do forward is going to be affected by that. So I just tried to flush it, just keep going day by day, but okay, that starts out of the way. Let's go on to the next one.
Well, you were draft eligible. Did you think you were going to be drafted, just given on those numbers and what the scouts were maybe telling you?
Selfishly, yeah. I went to a couple, like the pre-draft, like camp visits or whatever, threw some bullpens for some people. So there's definitely some attention that people wanted, which gave me a little assurance, like, okay, I can keep playing, I can keep going. And wherever gave me a shot, like, I know they're going to help me. I know they're going to just work on me. I was a project, and I'm all for it. I'm ready to hit the grindstone. I'm ready to go with them.
That, again, is Trash Pandas starting right-hander George Clausen. You can hear the rest of the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And that'll do it for the pregame show. We'll take one more break. And when we come back, we'll have starting lineup and first pitch of today's game between Rocket City and Pensacola. That's coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results. As nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to Blue Wahoo Stadium, everyone. Josh Carey with you, and back at Mission Control running the boards is Jeff Scarborough. Before we get into today's action, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
We've already done the national anthem. Blue Wahoos are on the field. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Trash Pandas, who are 10-22 on the season. Nelson Rada leads it off, plays center field. Hitting second, playing first base will be Sam Brown. First time we're seeing Sam in the number 2 spot, and he's been white hot of late. 2 of 4 last night. We'll give you some more numbers on that when he comes up. Denzer Guzman will bat third. He'll play short. And for the first time this season, we're going to see Christian Moore in the cleanup spot. He will play second base, and really this will hopefully give Christian a little more protection as he continues to try to get that batting average up, entering play at .215. Miles Emerson hits fifth and catches. Cole Fontenelle in the 6th spot over at third. Jax Groshans will get the start today as the designated hitter, hitting 7th. In the 8th position will be the left fielder, David Calabrese, and batting 9th out and right is Caleb Ketchup. A look at the defense for the Blue Wahoos. Left to right, Rosario, Trimble, and Thompson. Third to first, Ballard, Olmsted, Zamora, and Martorella. Behind the plate, Bramwell, and on the hill, Robbie Snelling. 2-2, a 3.86 ERA. He is the number 8 prospect in the Marlins organization, according to MLB Pipeline. He's a former University of Arizona signee. He also was recruited to play football over there. He's going to get the start today, and Rocket City will get their first licks at him. Your umpires for today's ball game. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes is Chad Westlake. At first is Spencer Kim, and your third base umpire is Chandler Durham. We are ready to go. Rocket City back in those halo blue tops with gray bottoms. All halo blue cap with the intertwined white RC emblem in the middle. First pitch is a fastball, high and tight to Rada. It's 1-0, and the first pitch is at 11:06. Again, the Hawkeye and radar gun are down today, and actually they're going to call that a hit by pitch. That ball went high and in, and it must have just grazed Rada. No argument from the Blue Wahoos as Rada's going to trot down to first base. So that's a nice way to get things started, and fortunately it just grazed Rada. It didn't hit him flush. It must have caught him along the jersey sleeve as he'll go to first base with no one out. And now here's Sam Brown. Lefty on lefty as Brown will dig in the first pitch. There's a fastball called a strike, and it's at 0-1. Brown had 2 more hits last night. He's 27 of his last 71. That's a 380 average. And he's he's reached safely in 19 of his last 21 games. He'll wait. 1-0. Pitch is lined. That's going to get into center field for a base hit. Rada at second. Makes a turn. Going to charge for third. The throw there is going to be offline. Stopping at first is Brown. First to third goes Rada. A single by Sam Brown. And a good start to this one. Runners are at the corners with no one out for Denzer Guzman. It looked like that was going to be a delayed steal by Rada. He didn't take off immediately, but as soon as the ball was struck, he could see it was going to get over the head of the shortstop Olmsted. It fell into left center field, and able to go corner to corner was Rada, as runners again will be at the corners with no one out. And once again, Sam Brown going to the off-field, picking up yet another hit, coming into play with a 299 average. That's got to put him at the 300 mark as Guzman will dig in. Another beautiful day for baseball. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the high 70s. Lefty on righty as Guzman waits. Snelling kicks and delivers. And a curveball. That's in for a strike. It's at 0-1. But anyway, Rocket City in those blue halo tops. It says Rocket City across the front of the jersey in white capital lettering. White numeral on the left hip, white numeral on the back. From the belt again is Snelling. Next offering. Another slurve. That's in there for a strike. And it will go to 0-2 as down in the count is Guzman, who went 0 for 5 yesterday. For Snelling, this is his 7th start of the season. He'll go from the first base side of the rubber. Long way. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, that misses outside. Looked like a curveball again, and it goes to 1-2. Snelling is a 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, curve, slider, and changeup. He was involved in a trade with the Padres at the trade deadline last season. 1-2 the count. Next offering. Swung, tip, foul at home plate. Tried to blow a fastball by him, but just getting enough of it was Guzman to stay alive. It went in and out of the glove of Bramwell. Snelling is out of Reno, Nevada. 6'3", 210 pounds. He last pitched on the 8th at Biloxi and got shelled. He'll check the runner at first. Leading at third is Rada. Snelling, high leg, kick the pitch. And back to the slider. That one misses down and away. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In that game, he only went 2 innings. 4 hits, 7 runs, 5 of which were earned. Gave up a homer, also walked 6 and struck out 2. Took the loss. The 2-2. Here it is. Fastball hit foul off to the right. Late swing that time by Guzman on the fastball, but he fought it off, and it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pensacola, black tops, white bottoms. It says Blue Wahoos in white lettering across the front of the jersey. White numeral on the left hip, white numeral on the back, both with pink trim, hot pink trim. Here's the kick, next pitch. Inside, down and in, went back to the slider, and it runs full to 3-2. Good at bat here by Guzman as he continues to work the count. They also have the all-black cap with the Pensacola P in the middle. That's 2 fish kind of intertwined to create that letter. So 3-2 on the right-handed hitter. Brown at first, Rod at third. Here's the set. And now a throw over, and Sam kind of crawls his way back to first base. Not really a slide. He went down to his knees and sort of baby crawled his way back to the bag. 3-2 on Denzer Guzman. 217, 4 homers, and 15 driven in. A check of the runner at first. Snelling in trouble here in the first inning. The pitch. That one slipped out of his hand high and away. Looked like he tried to throw a fastball, but you could tell from up here it kind of slipped out of his left hand, sailed high and away. Guzman down 0-2 in the count, coaxes a walk out of Snelling. And now the bases are full of trash pandas with no one out, and time called as Bramwell going to go out there and have a quick word with the left-hander. Brown goes first to second, Rada stays at third, and Guzman reaches base, and they're now full with no one out for Christian Moore. And remember, this is a guy who's coming off a rough showing against Biloxi on the 8th. That said, you got a chance to jump on him early, and it'll be Christian Moore who will try to do the honors. Christian 1 for 5 last night with a couple of strikeouts. He's 215 for the year with a homer and 13 runs driven in. So back behind home plate comes Bramwell. Bases loaded, no one out as the Trash Pandas look to strike early. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. Lefty on righty. First pitch to Moore. Breaking ball outside. Went back to the curve. And it's out 1-0. Wind, like I said, still blowing out toward left field. Miles Emerson waits on deck. The runners with their leads. Playing behind the runner at first is Martorella. From the belt, here's the 1-0. And a slider tip foul at home plate. A little out in front of that ball was Moore. It'll even at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is the final education day of the season, both home and away, as the guys will play this one, go back to the hotel, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. Everyone had a quick night last night after the 11-inning affair. Next pitch is a fastball away. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. Christian 1 for 5 yesterday, and for the series against Montgomery, he was 4 of 19. He'll stand back in, slightly open stance for the right-handed hitter. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. He chased a bad one away. Looked like a changeup, and Moore mad at himself as he chased one a good foot outside the zone. So now it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The temptation is to want to launch here, especially with the bases loaded, no one out, and a struggling pitcher on the hill. But you got to stay within yourself, make sure you put one in play. They play him straight away on the infield. Here's the set. The 2-2. Here it is. Slider down and in. Good take that time by Moore. You could see he wanted to pounce on it, but the pitch was down and in, and he laid off. So a payoff pitch and a walk means a run. You can already see in the Pensacola bullpen, guys are beginning to stretch out as Snelling struggles in the first inning. They'll set up away. Here's the set, the 3-2. just missed outside, ball 4. Went back to the changeup, a bases loaded walk. Rada will come in from third base. Brown will go second to third. Guzman goes first to second. And for Christian Moore, that'll be his 14th RBI of the season. And that gives Rocket City a 1-0 lead, and time is called as for the first time in this series, we're going to get a look at the Pensacola pitching coach. That is Jared Eichhoff, who's been here for a few seasons, and they will chat things over as the young left-hander having a hard time of it. Like I said, for Snelling, this is his 7th start. He's never faced the Trash Pandas. Last year, though, he was at AA San Antonio of the Padres organization. And last year, he was acquired by the Marlins along with infielder Graham Pauley for right-handed pitcher Adam Mazer and infielder Jay Brashears. That, again, was right before the trade deadline. He also appeared in 4 other games with the Missions in 2023. So he's used to the AA level, but hasn't been able to quite settle himself in, as standing in is Miles Emerson. Lefty on righty. Eichhoff makes his way off the field. First pitch. Slider. There's a strike right down the middle. It goes to 0-1. Like I said, he's originally from Reno, Nevada, and in fact, he set the Nevada single-season strikeout record as a high schooler. Here's the 0-1. Tipped foul back to the screen. Trying to catch up to the fastball was Emerson. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Had 146 strikeouts in 62 in the 3rd innings as a senior in high school. And like I said, he was also recruited to play linebacker at the University of Arizona for when all that to sign with the Padres. Here's the kick, the 0-2. Slider, dribbled foul off the end of Emerson's bat. It'll trickle over by the first base dugout where the Blue Wahoos are, and it stays at 0-2. 1-0 Rocket City on a bases-loaded walk to Christian Moore. Bases still loaded, still no one out as all the school kids begin to settle in. Lefty on righty. They play him straight away both in the infield and the outfield. The kick, the pitch. Fastball called strike 3, and Emerson knew it. He was looking for something off speed, got the fastball instead. Strikeout number 1 for Snelling, out number 1 in the 1st inning. And here's Cole Fontenelle, who will turn around and bat from the right side. Cole struggling. 165, 3 homers, 10 RBI. He was 0 of 3 last night with 3 strikeouts and a hit by pitch. Lefty on righty as he waits. First offering. Slider, tap foul to the screen. 0-1. Well, look, you already got the run, and you've been able to piecemeal the runners on base. At some point, though, you got to come through with a big hit, and that's been the issue for Rocket City. They get men on, they get men over, they just don't always get them in, and what you need is someone to come through with an extra base hit. From the belt, check of second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike. It went off the glove of Bramble, but called a strike by home plate umpire Chad Westlake, who again is calling the balls and strikes. Spencer Kim at first, Chandler Durham at third. Just as an example, last night, Rocket City had 7 base hits. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. All but 1 was a single. Here's the set again, the 0-2. And it looked like a slider that sailed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cole Fontenelle. Jax Groshans waits on deck. Wind continues to drift out to left. 1-0 Trash Pandas in the early going. Back to the belt is Snelling. First base side of the rubber, next offering. Fastball down and in. Trickles off the glove of Bramwell, but not far enough for anyone to move up. So now it's 2-2. Still no one throwing for Pensacola, but I think if someone else reaches, that may change things. Staying at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Open stance for Fontenelle. The runners with their leads, all 3 men run well. The set, 2-2. And it looked like a curve that missed low. 3-2, so another payoff pitch is due. And again, a walk means another run. Fontenelle will step back in. Wind picks up as it blows out to left, 20 miles an hour or so. From the belt, here's the payoff pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Fontenelle threw the bat away thinking it was ball 4, but he's rung up on the inside corner. Boy, it's reminiscent of last night, isn't it? Bases loaded, no one out. The difference is Rocket City's been able to push a run across. That was on a walk, though. Back-to-back strikeouts by Snelling. Again, Rocket City had the bases loaded, no one out in the 11th inning, and then struck out 3 straight times. Here's Jax Groshans now. Lefty on righty. Jax waits. First pitch. Fastball fouled straight back to the screen. 0-1. Jackson only his 5th game this season. Picked up his first hit of the season in his last contest. That was last week against Montgomery. Now he has a chance to pick up his first RBI. Bases loaded, 2 out, still looking for that big hit. Groshans will now ask for time and receive it. The wind continues to blow out toward left. Brown at third, Guzman at second. Over at first is Moore. A check of second. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball misses outside. Looked like a changeup. Even now at 1-1, as this guy has thrown a ton of pitches in the first inning. Snelling, he's about to throw his 29th of the first frame, and that's going to elicit activity in the Pensacola bullpen. From the belt, 1-1. And the slider misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. David Calabrese waits on deck. A right-hander begins to throw for the Fish. 1 run in on 1 hit. A bases-loaded walk to Christian Moore. But Rocket City looking for more. Here's the set. And the 2-1. Fastball inside, almost hit him. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Jax Groshans, and Snelling once again has to get one over. He's already walked 2 in the inning. He went to a 3-ball count on Fontenelle before striking him out. Now it's 3-1 to Groshans. The set. And the delivery. Fastball popped up, foul ground, first base, long run, Martorella. They let it drop. Oh, what a break as it falls foul. Coming over was Bramwell. He had to go up the first base line. Martorella, meanwhile, he had to work around first base coach Rod Barajas. He got over there, but he wasn't really near the ball, and I think there was a mix-up. I think Martorella thought Bramwell was going to take it. Bramwell thought Martorella was going to call for the catch, but neither did, and it fell right between the two. So it's 3-2 and a mulligan here for Groshans. Here's the set. The 3-2 on the way. Low, ball 4 as the runners were off on the 3-2 pitch. Another bases loaded walk. Brown in from third. Guzman second to third. Moore first to second, and the inability to catch that foul pop gives Groshans his first RBI of the season. Walk number 3 for Snelling. Bases still loaded, still 2 out. Here's David Calabrese. This will be a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and that may be why they're sticking with Snelling here. They wheel David around to the right. A check of second. First pitch. Fastball down and away, 1-0. Calabrese 0 for 5 last night with a strikeout and a run scored. 176 with 3 homers and 5 driven in. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. If he can send it just to the right of second, he may be in business. Here's the kick and the pitch. Another changeup misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Caleb Ketchup waits on deck. Calabrese, the 8th man to bat in the inning. How about a gapper? Let's have one of those. Lefty on lefty as David waits. Here's the 2-0. Swung, popped up. Into shallow left, starting out, now coming in Rosario. He's under it. He's got it, and the side is retired, and Rocket City gets 2, but boy, you feel like they should have had more. Both runs are earned as they do it on only 1 hit. No errors in the inning, 3 left on base. At the end of half a frame, Rocket City 2, Pensacola coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You've got to have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless spelling. Price per internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Rocket City gets 2 in the top half. Now the Blue Wahoos will come to the plate with a record of 20-14. We'll give you their lineup in just a second. Yoel Hurtado on the hill for the Trash Pandas, and the fastball down and in. 1-0 to Jake Thompson, who leads it off and plays right field. 267 on the year with a homer and 9 RBI. Righty on lefty matchup. Open stance for Thompson. Guarding the line at first is Brown. Next pitch, fastball hit foul off to the left. And it evens at a ball and a strike. Fenwick Trimble will bat second and play center. In the 3 position, Nathan Martorella. He patrols first base. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Kemp Alderman. Josh Zamora hits 5th and plays second. Next pitch, Hurtado. Fastball again hit foul off to the left. Another fastball by Hurtado. It's 1-2. Josh Zamora hits 5th and plays second. Hitting 6th, the shortstop Johnny Olmstead. Tony Bullard will bat 7th and play 3rd. Dalvy Rosario, who's been here about 30 years, will bat 8th and play left field. Spencer Bramwell will hit 9th and do the catching. Count 1-2. Hurtado fires away. And it looked like a slider missing down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitter. So Rocket City just got 2 to start this game. Let's see if they can make it hold up. Open stance for Thompson. Hurtado from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pulled the string on him. Thompson out in front. Strikeout number 1 for Hurtado. Out number 1 in the first inning. 1 away for Fenwick Trimble. Here's the defense for Rocket City. Left to right, Calabrese, Rada, and Ketchup. Third to first, Fontanelle, Guzman, Moore, and Brown. Behind the plate, Emerson, and again on the hill is Yoel Hurtado. Trimble, 290, a homer and 14 RBI at Beloit. This is his Double-A debut, and he goes after the first pitch, bounds it to third, in on 2 hops, up, throw to first by Fontanelle is in time, as Trimble goes after the first pitch he sees and chops it to third. So 2 quick outs, and here's Nathan Martorella. Well, whoever was throwing in the Pensacola bullpen has now sat down, so it looks like they'll give Snelling another inning. He threw, I believe, 32 pitches in that first inning, walked 3, 2 of them with the bases loaded. And we'll see if Rocket City can get to him in the second. First pitch is swung, skied into deep left, but going back, circling to his right under a Calabrese. He makes the easy catch in a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Yoel Hurtado in the first. At the end of 1, Rocket City up 2-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Rocket City up 2-0 early on, and do it for the Trash Pandas. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters against Robbie Snelling. Ketchup followed by Rada and then Brown, as once again Snelling struggled with his command in the first inning, walking 3, 2 of them with the bases loaded. He also allowed a single to Sam Brown. So lefty on righty as Ketchup leads off. 179, a homer and 2 RBI, and the first pitch is swung on and lifted into shallow center. Out is the second baseman Zamora, called off by the center fielder Trimble, who almost overran the ball, but he makes the catch for out number 1. Again, with that wind pushing toward the left field foul pole, it continued to tail the ball into shallow left center, and Trimble had to run a long way to catch up to it. So Ketchup flies to center and one away as we go back to the top of the order, and Nelson Rada, who was hit on the very first pitch he saw of the ball game. Tell you a little bit more about Snelling. He primarily uses a four-seam fastball. That's about 52% of the time, and another fastball inside, and once again Rada was almost plunked. It goes to 1-0. Also uses the curveball, and then not as much. He'll mix in a slider and a changeup. The changeup is used less than 1% of the time. Here's the 1-0. Fastball stays high. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitter. The four-seam fastball reaches 96. Curveball about 80 to 83. They'll swing Rada around to the right, playing even with the bag at third is Bullard. 2-0. Here it is. Another fastball. That one high, though, and it will go to 3 balls and no strikes on Nelson Rada, who again was hit by a pitch in the first inning, then came around to score. Fastball has average run as the left-hander peers in. The 3-0 is on the way. And a fastball down and in, ball 4. Rada walked on 4 straight. So he'll reach base for the second time today. That's already going to be the 4th walk by Snelling. And 1 on with 1 out for Sam Brown, who had the lone hit in that first inning. It was a single into center field. Later came in to score. Again, you're happy Rocket City got 2 runs, but boy, you just feel like they should have had a lot more. They couldn't quite get that next hit to put them over the top. Lefty on lefty against Brown. And a throw over at first, Rada back standing. And the thing about the Trash Pandas, you know, we've talked about how much the hitting has struggled. The hitting has actually gotten better, but are you getting any power? Are you getting any extra base hits? That's typically where the team struggles. They'll pick up their singles, but at some point you need a big blow. Here's the set. Pitch to Brown. Runner goes, pitches skied into left field. Starting back now is Rosario, shy of the warning track. He's under it. He's got it for the second out of the inning as Brown lifted it to left. Just missed a home run. So 2 away, runner still at first, and here's Dinzer Guzman. Dinzer had a good at-bat in the first inning. Fell behind 0-2, worked the count, and was able to coax a walk out of Snelling. Lefty on righty as Snelling will check the runner at first. First pitch to Guzman, runner will go. Pitches outside, throw to Snecken on a pop, and it's going to be, did he hold it? Yes, he did, in time, and the inning is over. It was a 1-hop throw, and sliding in head first was Rada. Took Chandler Durham a moment to make the call as he wanted to make sure the shortstop Olmstead had the ball. That'll be a caught stealing. That'll go 2-6 in a much better second inning for Robbie Snelling in the top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Bottom 2 on its way. 2-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long. Strike 3! You're out! Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless spelling. Price for Internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning. 2-0 Trash Pandas with the lead. The mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability. We'll try this again. As the first pitch fouled to the screen, it's 0-1. The mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Next pitch is a slider that misses outside by Hurtado, even at 1-1 on Kemp Alderman, who's at 243, 4 homers, 15 driven in. Easy first inning for Hurtado, retired the side in order, struck out 1. Open stance for Alderman. Next pitch. Fastball roped along the ground into right field for a base hit. Shot it right between Brown and Moore, that 3-4 hole. Alderman picks up the first hit of the game for the Blue Wahoos. And one on with no one out for Josh Zamora. Playing off the line at first was Brown against the right-handed hitter, and still it was beyond his reach, and Alderman is on base. Here's Zamora. 292, 2 homers, 9 driven in. He went 1 for 3 last night, as Hurtado will go back to work. We'll go from the belt. Here's the pitch. And the fastball high and tight. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Hurtado's been pitching very well of late. His last outing on the 9th against Montgomery, he was a little erratic. He did walk 5, but he didn't break. He gave up 3 runs on 4 hits over 6 innings. As the next pitch is a fastball high, 2-0. Like so many others on this Rocket City starting rotation, it's plenty of velocity, a lot of hard throwers. It's just a question of, can you get the ball over consistently? 2 balls and no strikes on the right-handed hitting Zamora. Holding the runner at first is Brown. The 2-0. Hit him. Tried to throw him a fastball inside, and it caught Zamora, I believe, on his left elbow. So Alderman will go to second. A hit by pitch as Zamora reaches. And 2 on with no one out for Johnny Olmstead. And Hurtado is working himself into a little bit of trouble. And we're going to take a moment here as Hurtado was hit on that elbow, probably that funny bone area. And they're just going to give him a moment to recover. So here's Olmstead, who had a good night last night. 2 of 3, including the walk-off game-winning single. Drew a couple walks and drove in that game-winning run while scoring another. Only 196 for the year, however. They pinch in at the corners. First pitch to Olmstead. He's swinging, and the pitch is outside. Slider that time. It's 1-0. Wind continues to blow out to left on this partly cloudy day. Again, temperatures near 80 degrees. Here's the set. Next off frame, looped out into right field, but coming over Ketchup to make the catch. Runner tags at second. Going to try for third. The throw back in will be cut off, and moving second to third on the play will be Alderman. Hitting that ball hard was Olmstead, but he hit it on a line, and it had just enough carry to it so that Ketchup could move to his right and make the catch. So 1 away. Staying at first is Zamora. Alderman goes second to third, and runners are at the corners with 1 out. Here's Tony Bullard. First time we're calling his name in this series. Bullard, 6'5", 212 out of Riverside, California. Signed as a free agent with the Marlins in 2023. Righty on righty. Hurtado, first pitch. Fastball bounded to short. Up Guzman. Goes to second. Out there. Relay to first. Out there. 6-4-3. Taylor-made double play. Guzman to Moore to Brown. And just like that, Hurtado and the Trash Pandas are out of the Northrop Grumman second inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. At the end of 2-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the Beds Express third inning. It's still 2-0 Rocket City here on the final education day of 2025. Both home and away. This is the 5th one for Rocket City this season and the 2nd one on the road. Lefty on righty as leading things off is Denzer Guzman. He was at the plate when Nelson Rado was thrown out trying to steal last inning as the first pitch cut on and missed by Guzman. It's 0-1. Denzer walked his first time up. As Robbie Snelling, give him some credit, boy. He struggled mightily in that first inning, but settled down in inning number 2 and faced the minimum. As the fastball cut through and missed by Guzman. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Like I mentioned, this guy signed to play football at Arizona. In fact, he was going to play football and baseball, but then the Padres came calling, and the rest, as they say, is history. From the belt, next pitch. Slider hit foul along the line and right. That'll tail off of the extended netting down by the Pensacola bullpen down that right field line. No balls and 2 strikes. He'll come back to the belt. Next offering. Fastball hit foul back to the screen. Going to stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Very aggressive pitcher is Snelling, and a lot of that is owed to his football background. Of course, you got to be very aggressive as a football player, and he shows the same as a pitcher. The 0-2. Slider, did he go? Yeah, he did. Went down and in, and that time Guzman couldn't hold up. Now it'll be strikeout number 3 by Snelling. Out number 1 in the Beds Express third inning, and here's Christian Moore, who drove in a run with a bases-loaded walk his first time up. As much as he throws the fastball, don't forget about this guy's changeup. Has a lot of fade in it, elicits a lot of ugly swings as Moore digs in. And the first pitch is down and away. It will go to 1 ball and no strikes. And then he's got that slurve that he's shown a couple of times, which, why do you call it a slurve? Because it's a mix of a slider and a curveball. It's kind of hard to decipher which it is. The 1-0 to Moore, here it is. Fastball that time, hit foul off to the right. Count even at a ball and a strike. Had an ERA just over 6 at San Antonio before he was traded to the Marlins. Back to the belt is Snelling. Here's the 1-1. Fastball hit foul straight back, just a little off to the right by Moore. And Christian down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. By the way, when he was in high school, Snelling, he played for his father in football. His dad was apparently the football coach at their McQueen High School in Reno. The look back in, the 1-2. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He was drafted in the competitive balance round A of the 22 draft. As standing back in is Moore. Slightly open stance. 2-2 on the way. Looked like a changeup that time that missed low. And once again, Moore works the count to 3-2. When Christian was really going good a couple of weeks ago, he was doing stuff like this, working the count, getting deep into counts against opposing pitchers. Now it's 3-2, and you know Snelling has to give in a little bit here. The set at the belt and the payoff pitch. Breaking ball popped up along the line and right. Long run over for Zamora, the second baseman, and it falls in between. It's going to be a bloop hit, and stopping at first is going to be Moore. kind of like that foul ball that fell between Bramwell and Martorella in the first inning. That one, though, was skied down the right field line. Thompson is playing so deep, he couldn't catch up to it. Zamora, with the right-handed hitter up the plate, was shaded up the middle. He had to come a long way, and it wound up falling right between those two. Martorella also gave it a try, but his back is to the infield. He's the one with the toughest play. A bloop hit for Moore, his first hit of the game, and his second of the series. Runner at first with one out. Here's Miles Emerson, lefty on righty. The first pitch, here it is. Fastball, a swing and a miss, threw it down and in. It's 0-1. Miles struck out looking with the bases loaded his first time up. Check of the runner at first. The left-hander. High leg kick, next offering. A slider that time swung through and missed, and Miles down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Let's see. We'll get you an update on his pitch count here in just a moment. A look over at first. The 0-2. Hard fastball down and in. It will run to a ball and 2 strikes. Remember, Snelling was on the ropes. He was almost pushed out of this ball game. He's now thrown 56 pitches in the contest, and we're in the third. His season high is 90. A look over at first. The 1-2. Breaking ball, pop foul off to the right. There was that changeup, and out in front of it was Emerson, and he got a piece of it to stay alive. That one actually landed right in the Blue Wahoo dugout. They've got that extended netting that's in front of the Blue Wahoo's dugout. Well, Miles was able to dunk it over that right into where the fellows were sitting. 1-2 on the right-handed hitter. 2-0 Trash Pandas as we play the top of the Beds Express third inning. A look over at first by Snelling. And now he'll throw over there. And back standing is Moore, who has not stolen the base in quite some time. He's 5 of 8 on the season. And again, Christian moved down in the order today, hoping to maybe give him a little more protection, see those power numbers increase. Here's the next pitch. Roll left side and down the left field line. That'll trickle into the corner. Moore at second. He's charging for third. He's at third. They're going to wave him. Here comes the relay to the plate. It will not be made. An RBI double down the left field line by Miles Emerson, and it's 3-0. We don't have the Hawkeye up today, but the exit velocity of that could not have been more than 60 miles an hour. He caught it off the end of the bat, but still was able to hook it just over the bag at third. Bullard was unable to chase it down. It trickled down the left field line just north of the Rocket City bullpen down that left field line. And Moore, who runs so well, was able to charge all the way around from first base and score for Emerson, his 6th RBI of the year. And like I said, it's a 3-0 ball game. Here is Cole Fontenelle, lefty on righty as Cole waits. And the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. There was that changeup down and away. It will go to 0-1. So Emerson with the RBI double. Fontenelle stands in. He struck out looking his first time up. He also did it with the bases loaded. A look back at second by Snelling. The 0-1. Fastball, there's a strike. And it goes to 0-2 as Fontenelle is down in the count. So 3 runs on 3 hits for Rocket City, and that's their first extra base hit of the ball game. A look back at second. Here's the 0-2. Fastball called strike 3. Fontenelle down on 3 pitches. Second time he's been caught looking. Strikeout number 4 for Snelling. And 2 away for Jax Groshans, who also had a heck of an at-bat his first time up. Fell behind 1-2, worked the count, then coaxed a bases-loaded walk off of Snelling for his first RBI of the season. He'll stand in, lefty on righty. And the pitch to Jax. Slider and a weak hack that time by Groshans. Down and in. He wanted to hold up at the last minute, but he had committed and waved weakly at that pitch. It's 0-1. Jax, he doesn't play very often, only about once a week. So when he gets those at-bats, you know he needs to take advantage of it. Still comes to the ballpark with a great attitude. He's pretty much the bullpen catcher, but that's what Gus Campero was just a couple of years ago, and look where he ended up. From the belt, a look back at second, Snelling 0-1. And a changeup hit foul at home plate. Down in the count is Groshans 0-2, and a chance for Snelling to finish off the third inning. 2 in the first, 1 here in the third for Rocket City, and they're out to a 3-0 lead. As all the school kids have settled in, I'm going to guess about 3,000 or so in attendance. The right-handed hitter will wait. A look back at second. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just off the plate for ball 1. You can see the catcher Bramwell take a step or two toward the first base dugout, hoping to coax a call from home plate umpire Chad Westlake. As it is, it's out of ball and 2 strikes. Shaded slightly up the middle is the second baseman Zamora. Leading at second is Emerson. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. There's the curveball. Out in front was Groshans. He strikes out. Strikeout number 5 for Snelling. And Rocket City will settle for 1 run. It's earned as they do it on 2 hits. No errors in the inning. 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the Beds Express third inning on its way. 3-0 Trash Pandas in front. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Beds Express third inning. Rocket City leading it 2-0. Fans slide into Beds Express for a winning night's sleep. Official mattress partner of your home team dreams. Yoel Hurtado, beneficiary of that 3-0 lead. The first pitch is a fastball, and it's a strike to Dalby Rosario. It's 0-1. Rosario, Bramwell, and Thompson all due up against the Rocket City right-hander. Rosario 0-95 with 3 RBI. Playing up at third is Fontanelle. Here's the 0-1. Fastball rolled back to Hurtado. Nicely done. Bobbles it for a moment, then finally gets it to first in time for out number 1. That one was rolled along the ground and actually went up the slope of the pitching mound. Hurtado came up with it, and then as he was jogging toward first base, ready to underhand it, he sort of bobbled the ball. Rosario was busting it out of the box, but finally Yoel was able to get a handle on the pitch, on the ball, and underhanded to Brown for the first out of the inning. Here's Spencer Bramwell, 167, a homer and 2 RBI. Righty on righty, and he goes after the first pitch, flares it, foul ground, over is Brown, still coming, can't get there as it lands on a 1-hop over by that first base railing just north of the Pensacola dugout. It's 0-1, got in on the hands of Bramwell, who's one of the catchers on this Pensacola team out of San Clemente, California. 18th round selection of the Fish in 2022. Righty on righty as from the first base side of the rubber, Hurtado. Next off-frame, foul back to the screen. Looked like a slider by Yoel. It will go to 0-2. Hurtado quickly ahead of the count. Bramwell splits time behind the dish with Sam Prater, the former University of Alabama product who we saw last night. Hurtado winds back and fires, and the fastball inside almost hit him that time. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 3-0 Trash Pandas as we play the bottom of the third inning. The look in. Next pitch for Bramwell. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outer half. Rung up is Bramwell. He's caught looking. Strikeout number 2 for Hurtado. Quickly 2 away in the Beds Express third inning as we go back to the top of the order and Jake Thompson. Thompson perhaps a little older for Double-A ball. He's at 27 years old. Out of Albert Lea, Minnesota. That's a suburb of Minneapolis. First pitch to him. Fastball high and away. It's 1-0. This is his third season in a Blue Wahoo uniform. Last year he played in 10 games for Pensacola and 36 games at High Beloit. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. That was one of the few changeups we've seen by Hurtado today. Even now on a ball and a strike. Had season-ending surgery in June of last year. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. 1-1. And a slider that time is down and in. Going to go to 2-1 on Jake Thompson. Hit .271 at Beloit in 2023 before he was called up to the Blue Wahoos late that season. From the first base side of the rubber, playing off the line at third is Fontenelle. Next pitch is a fastball, cut through and missed. Hurtado rung it up that time, went high and away, and coming up empty was Thompson, who struck out swinging his first time up. 0-2 for the former Oklahoma State Cowboy. He actually, his freshman year, played at South Dakota State, which I didn't even know had a baseball team. Then went to a JUCO in California before going to Stillwater. Next offerings, lofted foul. Late swing that time. Another slider that time by Hurtado, fought off by Thompson. Going to stay even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Played in the Cape Cod League, did Thompson for Brewster. 2-2. Fastball lobbed into left field. That'll be a base hit. Punching it to the opposite field and picking up his first hit of the game was Jake Thompson. That's too bad. It looked like Hurtado was well on his way to a 1-2-3 inning, but he gives up his second hit of the ball game, and Thompson will reach first with 2 out for Fenwick Trimble. Trimble, 6'3", 200 pounds, 4th round draft choice of the Marlins in 2024. Played at James Madison University. Righty on righty. Open stance, first pitch. And the fastball misses inside. It will go to 1-0. He was a career .332 hitter. First team all Sun Belt in last year. Played in 69 games and hit .369 on the year. Took the Dukes to the NCAA tournament. Righty on righty. Here's the 1-0. Outside with a fastball. And it goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Fenwick Trimble, who's a Virginia Beach, Virginia native. Ended last season at High Jupiter, where he hit .258. Back to the belt. Here's the 2-0. And a slider hit foul back to the screen. Going to go to 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. Today is, like I mentioned, it's his Double-A debut. He began the season at Beloit, where he was hitting .290, played in 28 games for the Sky Carp, as they're called, who also happen to be owned by the same man who owns the Blue Wahoos. That's Quint Studer. Righty on righty. High leg kick, next pitch. Fastball bounded to third, waiting back on 2 hops. Fontenelle fires to second in time to get the fielder's choice on Jake Thompson. 5-4 that play goes, and just like that, the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of the Beds Express third inning, it's 3-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the fourth inning as Rocket City leading it over Pensacola here at Blue Wahoos Stadium. The score is 3-0. Due up for the Trash Pandas. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters against Robbie Snelling, Calabrese, Ketchup, and Rada, against the Pensacola left-hander who has settled down after a woeful first inning where, again, he allowed 2 runs on only 1 hit but also walked 3 men and hit a batter. First pitch is a slider called a strike to Calabrese. It's 0-1. Since then, I won't say he's been scintillating, but he has not allowed a run, and he's retired. Let's see, 5 of the last 8 men he's faced. Did give up 2 hits and a run last inning. Next pitch. Another slider missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. You can see why the Marlins are so high on this guy, but just got to get better with his command. Walks are an issue, and we learned that in inning number 1. They swing David around to the right. Playing up at third is Bullard. 1-1. Breaking ball. Rolled to first. Waiting back on him, Martorella. He'll feed Snelling covering in time. 3-1 on the putout. Calabrese now 0 of 2. And here's Caleb Ketchup. Before he stands in, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
It's noontime in the Central Time Zone. Hope everyone's lunch hour is off to a good start. Lefty on righty as Ketchup waits. First pitch. Fastball. There's a strike. 0-1. Well, if you've been by Toyota Field the last couple of days, you may be aware we've got another event coming up since the Trash Pandas are out of town both this week and next week. Here's the set from the belt. 0-1 on the way. And it looked like a tempted slider that sailed way outside to Ketchup. 1 ball and 1 strike. We got the big old ballpark fair that gets underway tomorrow and runs all the way through the 25th. Go to KisselEntertainment.com for more on that. Here's the 1-1. Fastball down and away, 2-1. That's our 6th straight year working with those folks, and they've been fabulous to work with. They will be off on Monday the 19th, but every other day, with our other days, they will have events going on there at that fair. Next pitch is a fastball, hit foul off to the right, goes to 2-2. So here's the deal for those of you new to North Alabama, if you haven't picked up on it yet. Even when the Trash Pandas aren't there, there's usually going to be something going on at Toyota Field. We always try to keep our folks busy. Here's the set and the 2-2. Slider, bounce foul into the third base dugout where the Trash Pandas are. It will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-0 your score. Rocket City with 2 in the first and 1 in the third. They play Ketchup straight away. He flew out to center his first time. Snelling, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Looked like a slurve that didn't really slurve. It just stayed high and away, but still Caleb went after it. That'll be strikeout number 6 for Snelling. 2 up, 2 gone in the 4th inning. And here's Nelson Rada, who's reached base twice already. He's been hit with a pitch and walked and scored a run. He was also thrown out trying to steal second in the second. Lefty on lefty. First pitch to Rada. Fastball sent foul off to the left. Late hack that time by Nelson. It's 0-1. Let's see, I tweeted this out yesterday. Over his last 5 games, Rada is 8 of 15 with 4 RBI, a double, and 4 stolen bases as the pitch tapped foul over by the first base dugout this time as Nelson, equal opportunity offender. The count goes to 0-2. 4 stolen bases and 4 walks. And you know what, folks? That's his game. That's who he's going to be, I think, as a big leaguer. Obviously, they want him to fill out a little more and hopefully hit with more power, but he's not going to be a slugger by any means. He's going to be a speed guy who puts the ball on the ground and steals bases. Count 0-2 to Rada. Snelling from the belt. Here's the 0-2. Fastball cut through and missed. Down on 3 pitches goes Rada. That'll be strikeout number 7 for Snelling. And 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom half. Still 3-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 3-0 Rocket City with the lead, and due up for the Blue Wahoos, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Martorella, Alderman, and Zamora against Yoel Hurtado as they wheel Martorella around to the right. First pitch. Looked like a curveball by Hurtado. Haven't seen that very often. It goes to 1-0. They really want him to expand upon his repertoire. He's got the fastball. He's got the slider. And that's great if you're a reliever, but if you want to be a starter, you really got to establish a 3rd pitch, if not more. Here's the 1-0. Missed just outside. Went back to the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. So far, Hurtado's been solid. He has struck out 2 over 3 innings while surrendering 2 hits. Martorella flew out to left his first time. Hurtado, 2-0. And the slider down and in. 3 balls and no strikes. Wind continuing to blow out to left. High noon here from Florida at about, 15 miles an hour or so. Temperatures in the high 70s, low 80s, but very humid right now. Here's the 3-0. Fastball hit on the ground to first. They let him swing, and he hit it right to Brown. He'll jog to the bag in time, and that'll be the first out. They're going to let a big fella like that swing 3-0, but he hit it right into the dirt, and Brown was Johnny on the spot to take it to the first base bag. 1 away. Here's Kemp Alderman. Alderman singled his first time up. We talked a little bit about him yesterday. He's an odd fella. He's got John Denver's Country Roads, which is typically tied to West Virginia, but he grew up in Decatur, Mississippi, as the fastball is sent into straightaway center field. Rada goes back on it, now circles to his right, straightaway center, makes the catch. About 20 feet shy of the warning track, Alderman skies the center. 2 up, 2 gone in the 4th inning for Josh Zamora. Zamora was hit by a pitch his first time up. He was hit by a pitch after going 1 for 3 yesterday. Had a double and walked twice. Righty on righty. Hurtado, first base side of the rubber, first pitch. Fastball, there's a strike. And it's 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Let's see, Hurtado told you about his last outing. His season high of pitches is 97, and that came in that game against the Biscuits. The 0-1. Slider down and away. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Right now, he's only at 38 pitches, so he still has a way to go. Hopefully he can go another 2 to 3 innings. Guarding the line at third is Fontenelle. Off the line at first is Brown. 1-1. And another breaking ball down and away. Went to the slider. It goes to 2 balls and a strike on Josh Zamora. Again, 2 bases loaded walks in the first. Got Rocket City a 2-0 lead. Then a Miles Emerson RBI double in the third. Made it 3-zip. 2-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Change up that time. Fooled on it was Zamora. It'll even at 2-2 and a chance here for Hurtado to wrap up the inning. Back to the first base side of the rubber. The look in by Hurtado. 2-2, here it is. Fastball broke his bat on a little squibber to first. Easy play for Brown. Feeds Hurtado covering in time to end the inning. And boy, oh boy, you talk about sawing the guy off. Only the bat handle remains at home plate. The rest of the bat, which is a good, 30 inches long, it wound up hitting the extended netting, and that's why that stuff is up. Otherwise, that would have flown into a bunch of kids sitting just behind the third base dugout. 3-1 on the putout. 1-2-3 go the Blue Wahoos in the fourth inning. We'll head to the fifth. 3-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top 5, 3-0 Rocket City with the lead, and the first pitch waved at by Sam Brown. It goes to 0-1. Brown, Guzman, and Moore, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up against Robbie Snelling, who has settled down after a very shaky first inning. Did give up a run in the third, but since the end of the first, he's given up a run on 2 hits and struck out 5 men. Brown stands back in, 1 for 2, a single, a run scored. He's also flied to the left. Long wait. Here's the 0-1. Fastball hit foul off to the left. And it will quickly go to no balls and 2 strikes. Well, if you missed it last night, Braves picked up a win. They defeated the Nationals 5-2, and they are back at 500, which really, I know a lot of people are excited about that. They really shouldn't be. I mean, I think we all thought they would bounce back after that 0-7 start. 0-2, breaking ball, lobbed into right field for a base hit. Got in on his hands a little bit, but Brown was still able to punch it past the second baseman, Zamora, just to his left into right. And that is the second hit of the game for Sam Brown, who continues to motor right along. Good start to the 5th inning, 1 on with no one out. Here is Denzer Guzman, and as he stands in, activity starts up again in the Blue Wahoo bullpen as Snelling is now at 81 pitches. Lefty on righty as Guzman comes to the plate. Holding the runner at first is Martorella. And now time called as the ball got loose from the Pensacola bullpen where that right-hander is starting to throw. This is one of the reasons why they want to get the bullpens off the field and behind the outfield wall a la Toyota Field, is to prevent stuff like that from happening. Here's a look over at first. The pitch to Guzman, squaring to bunt, and he pushes it foul. He hit it way too hard up the first base line. Not as much caffeine, sir, just like come to you. It goes to 0-1. But anyway, they want to move him out beyond that outfield wall. One, to prevent that from stopping the game. But two, there have been times where a ball gets loose, the umpire doesn't see it, the pitch is thrown, and the ball is put into play, and that can create all sorts of havoc. Here's the 0-1. Fastball high and away. Going to even up at a ball and a strike. But the Braves a winner 5-2. They're back at 500. Meanwhile, the Angels lost last night, took a tough one as they fell to the Padres. San Diego 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th to win 6-4. Fernando Tatis with the walk-off 2-run blast in the 9th inning. Pitch high and away, snap throw to first, and back in with a head-first dive is Brown. 3-4-0 for Rocket City, 0-2-0 for the Blue Wahoos. Wind continues to blow out toward left. Guzman waits from the belt. Snelling, high leg kick the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back to the screen. Even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And, of course, the big news yesterday in baseball, Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and several other deceased players have been removed from the permanently banned list. From the belt, the 2-2. Fastball fouled to the screen and stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I really haven't developed too much of an opinion on it, only because all these people we're talking about and whether Rose and Shoeless Joe should be in the Hall of Fame or not, I guess the issue I have, it doesn't really matter because they're no longer with us. If you induct them, great. They're not going to know. 2-2 on the way. Fastball ripped into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Over to get to the ball, Rosario. Going to second will be Brown. He'll put on the brakes there. But Denzer Guzman shortens up, slaps it into left field. That'll be his first hit of the ball game, his first hit of the series. Brown takes second, and Rocket City has runners at first and second with no one out for Christian Moore. I do think, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it, it wouldn't surprise me, if you're Rob Manfred, you kind of have to do it for Pete Rose, don't you? Just because you're now partnering with all these gambling companies like FanDuel and Bally and what else to make more money. Well, if you're going to partner with them, can you really get mad at guys for betting on the game? Lefty on righty. Here's the pitch to Moore. And first offering is a strike. 0-1. Again, I don't really have a dog in the fight just because these men are no longer with us, but we'll let the selection committee decide whether they belong in the Hall of Fame or not. I still think that's going to be a few years away, as the 0-1 is a fastball cut through and missed by Moore. It goes to no balls and 2 strikes. I think they still have to wait 3 more years at least for Pete Rose to become eligible on the ballot, and even then, if he gets on it, he's got to be voted in. And I'll be interested to see what the writers have to say as the count is 0-2 on the right-handed hitter. Open stance for Moore. Snelling fires. Fastball sliced foul off to the right. That one's going to land in the seats about a row back, as giving chase was the first baseman, Martorella. All the school kids go scampering after that ball. And it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. I think eventually Rose, Shoeless Joe, and frankly all the players from the steroid era who put up solid numbers will eventually get in, as setting up a way is Bramwell. The 0-2. Slider hit foul off to the right. It remains at no balls and 2 strikes, and that's because all these people who were saying Rose should be banished or the steroid era players, Bonds, Clemens, etc., should be excluded from the ballot, well, that generation of writers, they're starting to be phased out or retiring or passing away themselves. As the 1-2 rolled left side, that'll trickle into left field for a hit. Runner at third, they're going to hold him there as Rosario gets the ball back in. Serving a single between the 5-6 hole that time was Christian Moore. Didn't hit it hard, but Bullard was playing a little bit up. He couldn't flag the ball down, moving to his left. It trickled into left field. Brown goes second to third. Guzman goes first to second. 3 straight singles start the 5th inning, and time is called as Nelson Prada, the manager for Pensacola is going to go out there, and I think he's going to make a pitching change. But anyway, as those riders phase out, this new batch of riders who really weren't around for the steroid era or for the Pete Rose era, they may have a different take on things. We'll see what happens, but again, that's a few years from now. New pitcher coming in for Pensacola. We'll tell you about it in just a moment. Bases loaded. No one out for the Trash Pandas as they lead at 3-0 in the top of the fifth inning. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build strong communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher into the game for Pensacola. This is going to be number 24, Ricky DeVito. First time we've seen him, and he spells his last name just like Danny. D, lowercase e, and then a capital V-I-T-O, as Robbie Snelling will go 4+ innings. He surrenders 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. All the runners on base are his responsibility. He walked 4, but none after the second inning. And he also struck out 7. So righty on righty, bases loaded. Here's Emerson, and he goes after the first pitch and slaps it foul off to the right. It's 0-1. Bases loaded, no one out. Miles Emerson stands in, already 1 for 2. A strikeout looking, and an RBI double. That double came in his last at-bat in the third. Rocket City with a chance to blow the game open. Righty on righty as DeVito comes set and delivers. And looked like a curveball that was hit foul, tapped softly up the third baseline by Emerson, and he's quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. DeVito looks back in. He'll come set, and the pitch. He lost his bat, did Emerson, as he fouled it off to the right. Boy, that's unusual. He made contact, then lost the bat handle, and the bat flew over by the third base dugout, the front railing where the Trash Pandas are. It stays at no balls and 2 strikes. DeVito, no record, 4.22 ERA, 9th appearance, all in relief. No saves, 10 and 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He's hit 4, walked 9, struck out 17. Opponents hitting .222 against him. Here's the 0-2. Oh, high and in. Did it catch him? Yeah, it did. It caught him on the helmet. That's going to be a bases loaded hit by pitch. That one almost went over the head of Emerson, and at first I thought it had missed him completely, but it did catch him on the helmet. He tried to throw him a curveball, so it wasn't a full-on fastball. Miles is okay as he trots to first. He'll drive in his second run of the game, and that's a big one as it came on a 1-2 pitch. Brown in from third. Guzman goes second to third. Moore first to second. And for Emerson, that'll be his 7th RBI of the season. It's now 4-0. And here's Cole Fontenelle, who will bat from the left side now against the righty DeVito, who hits him again. That was a fastball that went high and tight, and Fontenelle could not get out of the way. Back-to-back hit by pitches by Ricky DeVito. Guzman trots in from third. Moore goes second to third. Emerson first to second. And for Cole Fontenelle, that'll be his 11th RBI of the season. 4th hit batsman of the game for Rocket City. Check that, 3rd hit batsman for Rocket City. It's now 5-0. And here's Jax Groshans again with the bases loaded and no one out. So DeVito struggling mightily here out of Staten Island, New York. Righty on righty. First pitch. And a changeup caught the outside corner. It's 0-1. Let's see, DeVito, 10 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He's now hit 6 men while walking 9 and striking out 17. Opponents hitting .222 against him. Righty on righty as now Groshans will step out. Has a four-seam fastball, a curve, and a changeup. Left-handers are hitting .278 against him, while righties are at .167. Right-handed batter stands in. Here's the 0-1. And there was that curveball that missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Groshans, who already has a bases-loaded walk and a strikeout swinging. DeVito, drafted by the Braves in the 8th round of the 2019 draft. He went to Seton Hall, same stomping grounds as one Craig Biggio. Here's the 1-1. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. He was acquired along with Bryce Wilson by the Pirates in 2021 for right-hander Richard Rodriguez. And then he was picked up by the Rangers from the Pirates for cash considerations in March of 23. Here's the 2-1. There's a strike. Threw him a high changeup that time, but Groshans couldn't take advantage. Caught the inside corner. It goes 2-2 on the right-handed hitter. Rocket City trying to blow this open. They're already up 5-0. 2 in here in the 5th. From the letters, here's the 2-2. Fastball outside, and it runs full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. DeVito acquired in the minor league portion of the Rule 5 draft from the Rangers in December. Marlins are his 4th professional team. Here's the set of the letters, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Threw him a changeup and fooled on it was Groshans. He strikes out for the 2nd time today. Strikeout number 1 for DeVito. Strikeout number 8 for Pensacola pitchers. And 1 away for David Calabrese. David 0 for 2. A fly out to left and a roll out to first. Last year, DeVito was at AA Frisco. That's the Rangers organization. Righty on lefty, first pitch. Breaking ball, did he go around? They appeal, and no, he did not, says third base umpire Chandler Durham. And I think DeVito a little surprised. He thought Calabrese went around. It's 1-0. Looked like the curveball. Went 4-0 last season with Frisco with a 4 ERA. Pitched in 54 innings. He'll set and deliver. Breaking ball is popped up on the infield fly in effect, calling everyone off. The shortstop Olmstead, he's under it, he's got it, and that'll be out number 2 as Calabrese pops to short. So another bases loaded, no out situation. Rocket City came up empty last night. They were able to push 2 across in the 1st inning, albeit both on walks. And now bases loaded, no one out here in the 5th. They were able to get 1 run in on a hit by pitch, but again, no one coming through with that timely hit, and that's what we need right now. Here's Caleb Ketchup 0 of 2. A fly out to center and a strikeout swinging. Right against right. 5-0 Trash Pandas in the 5th. Here's the delivery. Fastball, checked his swing, dribbler to the third base side of the mound. Throw to first is going to be in time to get the speedy catch-up as throwing from his wallet was DeVito. He lunged to his right and boy, that was a good play by him. If he doesn't get to that ball, Ketchup probably beats it. He runs so well, but he lunged to his right, fielded it on a backhand, and as he tumbled to the ground from his backside, made a good, strong throw to first to get Ketchup 1-3 on the putout. And after all that, Rocket City going to come away with 2 runs. They're both earned on 3 hits. No errors in the inning, and the bases for the 2nd time today are left loaded. We will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison. Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the 5th. Rocket City up 5-0 as the first pitch by Yoel Hurtado is down and away. It will go to 1-0. It's 5-0, but boy, you feel like Rocket City. I said city, not the other thing. Here's the 1-0. Fastball missing down and away. 2 balls and no strikes, but you do feel like Rocket City should be up maybe 8 or 9 runs. They just haven't been able to get that knockout punch, that double, that triple, that grand slam, whatever it would be to put the Wahoos down for good. Still, they are up 5 as now Hurtado fires a fastball to the backstop, down and away. It goes to 3 balls and no strikes, and it might not hurt you today, but it's one of those things that hurt you last night, and it could hurt you in other games in the future if more guys can't step up offensively. 3-0 on the leadoff hitter. That's Johnny Olmstead. The pitch. Fastball. There's a strike by Hurtado. It will go to 3-1. Hurtado has retired, 8 of the last 9 men he's faced. Here's the 3-1. That caught the outside corner. Another fastball to the right-handed hitter. 3-2. Olmstead 0 for 1, lined out to right. His first time up. Again, 5-0 Rocket City as we play the bottom of the 5th inning. Off the line at first is Brown. Payoff pitch, here it is. And the ball bounded softly to third. In is Fontenelle, bobbles, throws to first, not in time. And let's wait to see how they score it. Cole did everything right except make the exchange from glove to hand. He juggled it for just a moment, and Olmstead, who already runs well, was able to leg it out. Olmstead does reach, and we'll wait to see how they score. But here's what I'm talking about. Rocket City, bases loaded last night, no one out, couldn't get anyone in. They loaded the bases with no one out in the first inning, and yeah, they got 2 runs in, but they didn't do it with the benefit of a hit. There were 2 bases loaded walks. And then last inning, or the top of this inning, I should say, I'll look toward first, but nothing going on over there. In the top of this inning, they loaded the bases with no one out, and they got 2 runs, but that was thanks to 2 hit by pitches. The point is, they're not really earning it. They're getting some breaks by some poor Pensacola pitching as the first offering is inside to Bullard. It's 1-0. Tony Bullard hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time. The right-handed hitter waits as Hurtado kicks and fires. Way outside with a fastball. Come on now. 2-0 and time called, and Emerson doing the right thing here as he's going to jog out there and have a word with Hurtado and try to get him back on track. He's been cruising along, and frankly, he should have had the out on Olmstead. Didn't happen, but what you don't want him to do is tailspin here and walk Pensacola into a big inning. Emerson will come back behind the dish. Now ready, Bullard, 133 entering play today with 2 RBI. Here's the set and the pitch. Fastball, slap foul, past third. It will go to 2-1. Let's see, Bullard joined the Blue Wahoos on April 22nd from Beloit. He had been on the injured list to start the season. Split the 24 season between Jupiter and Beloit, had a .301 batting average. Here's the kick and the delivery. Fastball hit foul off to the right. Got in on the hands of Bullard, who fought it off. It will go to 2-2. Played collegiately at Arizona. And again, grew up in Riverside, California. Went to John W. North High School. 2-2 on Bullard. 5-0 Trash Pandas in the 5th. Next offering. Swung on, bounced to third. Waiting back, Fontenelle knocks it down. Picks it up, throws to first. That will be late. He wanted to wait back on the ball. It was an in-between hop, and he did the right thing waiting back. Problem is, he played it off his glove, And that's going to be an E5. They actually scored the one on Olmsted. They scored that a single. This one, though, going to be an error on Fontenelle, who's having a rough inning defensively. Olmsted goes first to second. And now Pensacola with a chance to get back in this thing. First and second, no one out. Here's Dalvey Rosario. Rocket City going to pinch in at the corners, right against right. First pitch. High and tight, 1-0. And Hurtado not doing themselves any favors, as this is the third man he's fallen behind in the inning. Rosario's been around a minute. Here's the set, a look back at second. And the 1-0. Fastball lobbed into left field. Long run for Calabrese. Still going near the track. Reaches up, makes the catch. Runner's tag. Throw into third is going to be late, and going first to second as well will be Bullard. You forget it's 342 out to left field, so when someone makes the catch just shy of the warning track, as Calabrese did, both men are going to tag up, and both of them advance. So Rosario flies out to left. Olmsted goes second to third. Bullard goes first to second. I think if David has to do it again, maybe he fires the ball to second base. Be that as it may, second and third, one out. And here's Spencer Bramwell, who struck out looking his first time. First pitch. Fastball, did he go? Yes, he did on the pitch down and away. It's 0-1. Well, you already struck out this guy once. Hurtado going to look for another K this time, as Pensacola looking to scratch across their first run of the ball game. 5-0 Trash Pandas in the bottom of the fifth. Here's the set and the 0-1. And it looked like a slider hit foul at home plate. It trickles to the backstop, 0-2, and Hurtado well ahead in the count. Bramwell went to Colorado Mesa University. That's a Division II school in Pueblo. Here's the set and the 0-2. Swung, dribbled up the third base line, still hugging the dirt. Throw to first, going to be in time, and staying at third is going to be Olmsted. He couldn't break for home, because if he did, Emerson would have picked up the ball and put the tag on him for the second out. He had to stay put. Meanwhile, Bramwell, the catcher, doesn't run that well. That ball rolled up the third base line a good, 30 feet or so. Able to barehand it was Emerson. He wheeled through to first base, threw a strike to Brown for the out. That'll go 2-3, and now runners are at second and third with two away for Jake Thompson, and a chance for Hurtado to work his way out of the inning. And now time called, this time by Emerson. So what a play by Emerson, coming out of his crouch, going up the third base line, barehanding the ball, and making that whirling throw to first base where Brown was there to receive it. So 2-3 on the put out rather. And here's Thompson, who has singled and struck out swinging. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball, there's a strike. Threw him a changeup. It's at 0-1. 5-6-1 for Rocket City, 0-3-0 for Pensacola. Well off the line at third is Fontenelle. Hurtado kicks and delivers. Fastball in the dirt, knocked down nicely, as breaking from third for a moment was Olmsted, but he'll stay put. That one hit off of Emerson's chest protector and shot to the right by about 5 feet. For a moment, Olmsted thought about breaking for home, but he did the right thing, putting the brakes on. The last thing you want to do down 5-0 is make the final out of an inning at home plate. So 1-1 the count. Shaded up the middle, the shortstop Guzman. Guarding the line at first is Brown. They play straight away and deep in the outfield. Hurtado kicks and fires. Slider down and in. Another good stop by Emerson. 2 balls and a strike. Fenwick Trimble waits on deck as Hurtado being tested here in this 5th inning. It started with a single by Olmsted and then a fielding error by Fontenelle off the bat of Bullard. A fly out and a ground out later. Rocket City trying to get out of the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup that time. Threw it down and away. Thompson was fooled. It's even at 2-2, and a chance now for Hurtado to finish the inning. And now, knowing the situation, Thompson going to step out of the box and give himself a moment. The left-handed hitter stands back in. Open stance. The look in by Hurtado. Checks the runner at third. The 2-2. Here it is. Swung and hit foul at home plate. Tried to bury a fastball down and in, but Thompson got a piece of it to stay alive. He hit it right off his front leg, and now he'll gingerly walk up the first base line to shake out the reverberations. And home plate umpire Chad Westlake will ask for a new batch of baseballs to give Thompson some time. No one throwing in either bullpen as Hurtado tries to wrap up the fifth inning. Thompson stands back in. Hurtado now ready. They want to set up away. Here's the set. And the 2-2. Swung and looped out into left center on the move. Calabrese, though, to make the catch. The left fielder hauls it in as he moved to his left. Thompson flies out to left field. And what a job by Hurtado. First and second, no one out. He gets a fly out, a roll out to the catcher, and another fly out to left to get out of the inning. No runs, one hit, one error, two left. At the end of 5, it's 5-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Rocket City up 5-0 as Yoel Hurtado worked out of a 2-on, no-one-out jam. The first pitch is a fastball high and tight to Nelson Rada from Ricky DeVito. It's 1-0, and no, he is not related to Danny. And if he is, no one's told me. Off the line at third is Bullard, who plays even with the bag. 1-0, fastball hit foul to the screen. And it will even up at a ball and a strike. Rada today, 0 of 1. He struck out swinging in the fourth. He's also drawn a walk, been hit with a pitch, and scored a run. Was thrown out trying to steal as well in the second inning. He'll dig back in. And the next offering, squaring to bunt, pulling it back, taking a strike is Rada. And it will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The set again by DeVito. Next pitch. Looked like a slider that missed in the dirt. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Rocket City, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth. It's been I won't say it's been pretty. They've gotten the job done, though. 2 bases-loaded walks and 2 bases-loaded hit-by pitches. That has accounted for 4 of the 5 runs. As the fastball is inside, it'll run to 3-2 on Rada. The 1 run they did score, benefit of a hit, was a little dribbling double down the left field line by Miles Emerson, but they all count just the same. DeVito, 3-2. Fastball hit him again, and let's see if Rada's okay. That was a fastball that tailed hard down and in, and Rada down in a heap. And either caught him on the thigh or the knee. You're hoping for the thigh. And for DeVito, that's his 3rd hit batsman of the game. Dylan Colwell, the Rocket City trainer, as well as manager Andy Shasley down there to have a look at Nelson. We'll see if we can get a better look at this. It was just one of those hard fastballs that he wanted to bury down and in, but he threw it too far down and in, and Rada couldn't get out of the way. And I'll see if I can get a replay of that and find out where exactly it hit Nelson. Obviously, they're checking his left leg. Ooh, it caught him right on the knee. I just saw a replay. And that's the part that scares you because that's what leads to broken bones and whatnot. At least with a thigh shot, you're going to get a bad bruise. But Rada is now back on his feet, and he's going to stay in the ball game, so that's good to see. If anyone has ever banged their knee, oh, and it actually caught him on the left knee. That's surprising. I thought it may have caught him on the front leg. It somehow got around that, the ball did, and it caught him on his left knee. But fortunately, he's able to trot to first. And run on base with no one out. Here is Sam Brown. But at least with a thigh shot, you walk away with a bad bruise. It hits the knee. And if anyone's banged their knee, you know how it can numb up and leave you debilitated for a couple of minutes. That's what happened to Rada there. So he'll lead away at first, righty on lefty. The pitch to Brown. Off his Rada. Pitch swung and missed. And Nelson Rada with a stand-up stolen base. How about that? The youngest player in Double-A for the second consecutive season just showed you a little bit of toughness right there. Came up gimpy, then took off on the very first pitch by DeVito and made it without a throw. His fourth stolen base of the series, his 14th of the season in 18 opportunities. And the pitch was a strike to Brown. It's 0-1. So 5-0, Rocket City looking to add here. From the letters, DeVito. Long look, kicks and delivers. And it looked like a changeup that missed down and in. Even at a ball and a strike. Wind continues to blow out to left at about 15 miles an hour. Rada leads away as DeVito goes back to work. Here's the 1-1. Inside, did it hit him? Yeah, it did. Another fastball that got away from DeVito, his fourth hit batsman. Now, I'll tell you what, getting an earful from the Rocket City dugout is home plate umpire Chad Westlake. I can't imagine anyone thinks that he's doing this on purpose. He's not. He just doesn't know where the ball is going. That's the fourth hit batsman by DeVito, as Brown will go to first. That's the fourth hit batsman by DeVito, and I said six. It's the fifth hit batsman of the game, as Snelling also hit a batter to lead off the ballgame. That was Rada, who, by the way, has now been hit twice today. So 2 on with no one out. Here's Dinzer Guzman, righty on righty. DeVito checks second and fires. And a breaking ball misses down and away. Looked like a changeup. It will go to 0-1. Here's the high setup again, playing behind the runner at first, Martorella. Next offering is inside. Went back to the curveball, and it's 2-0, and DeVito really struggling in the top of the sixth. By the way, that last one to Brown, it caught him on his jersey shirt. And if you're going to get hit, that's where you want it to happen. So 2-0 on Dinzer, who's got a single and a run scored tonight. He's also struck out swinging and walked. And now the fastball way outside, 3-0 to Guzman. Once again, this goofy game continues. We've had 5 hit batsmen for the Trash Pandas to go along with 4 walks. From the letters, here's the 3-0. And taking all the way is Guzman, and we'll call that a fastball. He was just grooving it in there was DeVito, and he got a strike over the inner half. 3-1. Christian Moore waits on deck. DeVito. High leg kick, runners go. Pitch is a strike. Oh, and he loops the ball out into left field. It goes off the glove of Olmstead. It goes into left, throw back in, will not be in time. Oh my, that pitch was called a strike to Guzman. I think Bramwell got confused whether or not they were going to call that a strike or a ball, so he tried to hang on to the baseball at the last moment. By then he had committed to the throw, and the ball slipped out of his hand, and it looped all the way out into shallow left field. Olmstead tried to chase it down on a fly. It went off his glove, and able to come in from third was Nelson Rada. That'll be a double steal for Rada and Brown, and then Rada scores on the E2 by Bramwell. I have never seen that. They thought it was ball 4, or at least Bramwell did. And he tried to stop at the last moment. Here's the 3-2 to Dinzer. And he grounds one to third, knocked down on a backhand by Ballard. He's up, throw to first along the ground, not in time, as unable to corral it was Martorella. That'll be a single. Staying at second is Brown. That ball was along the line at third base. Bullard knocked it down with the left hand, bobbled it, was on his knees when he got to the ball, was able to make a throw to first along the ground, but unable to backhand it was Martorella. My guess is they will score that a hit, and they will. And Brown had to stay put at second base. Boy, oh boy, this has been a goofy game, but it's all worked to Rocket City's advantage. Now you got them at first and second with no one out. Here is Christian Moore, and the first pitch to Christian is a let-up, called a strike. It's 0-1. So again, Rado, now with 2 stolen bases tonight. He scores on the E2 by Bramwell. Brown stays at second on the infield single by Guzman. Righty on righty, the 0-1 is down and in. Changeup. It will go to a ball and a strike. And it hasn't been the prettiest game, but again, Rocket City is the one who's benefited tonight as they now lead it 6-0. The wind continues to blow out toward left field. DeVito struggling. Here's the 1-1. And a slider called a strike. Moore took that one. Boy, that was a hanging pitch. I wish he had gone after it. But it goes to 1-2. As leading at second is Brown, away at first is Guzman. By the way, that's the 6th hit of the game for Rocket City. The set again, next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Moore down swinging. Strikeout number 1 for DeVito. That's going to be out number 1 in the 6th inning. Runners remain at first and second. Here's Miles Emerson. And by the way, they changed the scoring on Guzman. They're going to call that an E5. I don't really agree with that. That was a tough play for Bullard. But that's how Guzman reaches, as he's now 1 of 3. And here's Miles Emerson, righty on righty, and the first pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. A little slurve action that time by DeVito, and it's 0-1. So 6-0 Trash Pandas as we play the top of the 6th inning. From the letters again, DeVito. High leg kick and the pitch. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Change up that time, and Miles out in front. It goes to 0-2. Emerson, a bases loaded hit by pitch, a RBI double in the 3rd, and a strikeout looking in the 1st. DeVito will go back to the rubber as he goes from the third base side against the right-handed hitting Emerson. Away at second is Brown, leading from first Guzman. The 0-2, here it is. Fastball launched into right, going back on it. Thompson still going shy of the track, reaches up, makes the catch. Brown tags at second. He'll head over to third. Staying at first is Guzman. Emerson just missed a home run as he shot it out to right. Making the catch is Thompson for out number 2. And now runners at the corners for Cole Fontenelle. Fontenelle's had a rough one. 2 strikeouts, both looking, and he's also been hit with a pitch. The one benefit from that is he did it with the bases loaded as he drove in his 11th run of the season. Now he'll come to the plate with runners at the corners and 2 away. Trash Pandas already up 6. By the way, no one throwing in the Rocket City pen. It looks like we'll see Hurtado in the bottom half. DeVito fires away. And the fastball sails outside. It's 1-0. Wind starting to pick up again as it blows out to that left field foul pole. A good 25 miles an hour. From the letters, runner goes from first. The 1-0 is a strike. Throw to second is going to be late, and now the ball trickles away. Runner breaking for the plate. The throw there, not in time. As scoring standing up is Brown. Staying at second is Guzman, and it's now 7-0. That's not a steal of home. He broke for it after the ball got past the shortstop Olmstead. He tried to put a swipe tag on Guzman sliding in. The ball went in and out of his glove. I think they're going to call that a throwing error on Bramwell, who's had a rough inning. It was a one-hop throw. Guzman able to beat it as he picks up his second stolen base in as many opportunities this season. And breaking from third is Brown to make it 7-zip. Next pitch, swing and a miss. It will go to 1-2 on Fontenelle. So a stolen base for Guzman. Brown scores from third. 3 errors in the inning on Pensacola. 2 of them on Bramwell as well as Bullard. Here's the 1-2. Swung in on his hands, flared, foul territory, third base over his Bullard. Makes a beautiful sliding catch while going into the railing down that third base line. Let's make sure he's okay. He slid in feet first along that newly implemented gravel they have here on the synthetic surface. And fortunately, he's okay. A foul out to third by Fontenelle, and the inning is over. But 2 more runs. I don't think either one is earned. They do the Trash Pandas, on no hits in the inning. 3 errors by the Blue Wahoos, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom 6 on its way. 7-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
7-0 Rocket City with the lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Yoel Hurtado stays out there, and the first pitch is a fastball called a strike. 0-1. Just to recap the top of the 6th inning, 2 runs for the Trash Pandas, neither of which was earned. No hits, 3 errors on Pensacola, and 1 left on base. As another fastball low, it goes to a ball and a strike. I tell you, when we do these education days, you always feel like the home team is a bit at a disadvantage just because they have so much more going on and they have a quick turnaround. Visiting team, they just head back to the hotel, go to sleep, and get up the next day. Fastball down and away. 2-1. Point is, I don't think the Blue Wahoos had their Wheaties today. It's been a rough go for them, and that 6th inning was the epitome of it. Anyway, it's a 7-0 ball game. So let's try to review this. Here's the 2-1. Let up, called a strike over the inner half. It's even at 2-2 on Trimble. Trimble, Martorella, and Alderman, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters against Hurtado. Trimble 0 of 2, a ground out to third, and a fielder's choice. Here's how Rocket City has scored their runs. Here's the 2-2. And the pitch rolled gently to short. To his left to field, Guzman. Throw to first is in time. Trimble now 0 of 3. 1 out in the 6th inning for Nathan Martorella, who's 0 for 2, a fly out to left, and a ground out to first. 2 bases loaded walks in the first. Then in the third, he had the RBI double by Emerson. It was a little wonky, but at least it's a hit. In the 5th inning, he had 2 bases loaded hit by pitches. And then in the 6th inning, both runs scored on throwing errors by Bramwell, the catcher. It works. And when you're struggling, you'll take it. First pitch is a curveball, called a strike to Martorella. It's 0-1. 7-6-1 for Rocket City, 0-3-3 for Pensacola. Playing well off the line at third, Fontenelle. Next offering is a slider that misses down and in. It'll even out a ball and a strike. And the only thing I would question is the ball by Guzman. I thought that should have been a hit. Be that as it may, it's 7-0 as the count is 1-1 on Alderman. They play him straight away in the outfield as looking in is Hurtado. Yoel with the 1-1. Fastball sails high. 2 balls and a strike. And let's see, Yoel now at 71 pitches. Again, as high as 97. Starting to look in that Rocket City pin. A couple of guys are walking about, but no one is stretching. Here's the 2-1. Fastball fouled straight back to the screen. Even at 2-2. We'll get you a station ID here in just a moment. Alderman waiting on deck as near the line at first is Brown. Hurtado goes back to the first base side of the rubber. 2-2 on the way. Swung, hit on the ground on a hop to first on the forearm by Brown. He'll jog it to the first base bag in time. That'll be out number 2. In on the hands of Martorella. He hit it on a looping line that one-hop Brown. He came up with it and went to the bag for out number 2. Before Kemp Alderman stands in, let's take a moment for station ID. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
So 2 outs, no one on base. Here's Kemp Alderman. 1 for 2, a single, and a fly out to center. Righty on righty. Hurtado. First pitch. And a let up is popped up into shallow center. Out the second baseman Moore. About 5 feet out onto the shallow center field grass. He makes the call and the catch. And a very nice and easy 1-2-3 inning for Yoel Hurtado. Good response for him after the trouble he got into in the 5th inning. We'll move to the 7th. All Trash Pandas as they lead it 7-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 7th. Let's see what other fun and games the Blue Wahoos can give us. 7-0 Rocket City with the lead. 2 up for the Trash Pandas. It's going to be the bottom third of the order. Groshans, Calabrese, and Ketchup against Ricky DeVito, who, well, he's been interesting. Let's just put it to you that way. Righty on righty as Groshans digs in. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Breaking ball that time by DeVito. Groshans 0 of 2. 2 strikeouts, both swinging. He's also got a bases-loaded walk. It's been a weird game. Here's the 0-1. Slider down and away. It goes to a ball and a strike on the right-handed hitter. Again, 2 bases-loaded walks, 2 bases-loaded hit by pitches, 2 more runs scored on throwing errors by the catcher. And then you got the RBI double by Emerson. Style points don't matter, as it's 1-1 on Groshans. Wind continues to drift out to left. 7-6-1 for Rocket City. 0-3-3 for Pensacola. From the letters, 1-1. Fastball missed away just off the plate by DeVito. And it goes to 2-1. And you can see Ricky DeVito is kind of the long man here for the Pensacola bullpen, sort of taking one on the chin today after Snelling struggled. Here's the 2-1. Curveball checked his swing foul off to the right by Groshans. Wanted to hold up on that pitch, but he fouled it away instead. It'll go to 2-2. By the way, final line on Robbie Snelling. I never got to that. 4+ innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. Here's the set by DeVito, the pitch. In on his hands, a little flare into left field for a base hit. A jam shot by Groshans that time, just beyond the reach of Bullard, the third baseman. He gave it a go as he dove for the ball, but it was just beyond his reach into left field. And for Groshans, that'll be his first hit of the ball game. That is now hit number 7 for the Trash Pandas. And 1 on with no one out for David Calabrese. It's just been kind of dripping these guys to death. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 2 more in the 6. Righty on lefty. First pitch. And the fastball sails outside to David. It's 1-0, and it looks like some activity is about to get underway for Pensacola in their bullpen, but they would ideally like DeVito to get through the 7th. From the letters, here's the 1-0. Fastball high and tight. And it will go to 2 balls and no strikes on Calabrese, who has flied to left, rolled to first, and popped to short. Well, a little bit of news here from Eric Brimmer, the voice of the Blue Wahoos. Here's the 2-0. Pitch away, and trying to play it off his glove was Bramwell. The ball trickles away, but not far enough for Groshans to move up. Goes to 3-0. The 4-hit batters by DeVito, well, that ties a Southern League record. 1 more, and he would break it. And remember, all the hit-by pitches have come, well, I actually checked that. I was about to say all the hit-by pitches were against left-handed batters, but he did hit Emerson as well. 3-0, here it is. Fastball high. He walked him on 4 straight. Groshans goes first to second. Calabrese draws a walk. And that's actually the first walk by DeVito. As wild as he's been, that's his first free pass. And here's Caleb Ketchup. That's also the 5th walk of the game for Pensacola Hurlers. That right-hander starting to throw for the Blue Wahoos, as Bramwell will have a word with DeVito. And I don't know what you can say to the poor guy. He's doing the best he can, but he's just all over the place, as home plate umpire Chad Westlake going to go out there and try to break things up. Again, Rocket City got 2 in the first on only 1 hit. They got 1 in the third on 2 hits, 2 in the 5th on 3 hits, and then 2 unearned runs in the 6th inning on no hits. So back behind home plate comes Bramwell, and he and home plate umpire Chad Westlake are discussing it. I think he wanted the pitch clock reset, and that was granted, as Ketchup will stand in. Righty on righty. Runners will take their leads. First pitch, a curveball. There's a strike. It's 0-1. I don't think Andy Shatsley is going to be putting anyone in motion the rest of the day, up 7, but I could be wrong. Nelson Rada waiting on deck. Ketchup has flied to center, struck out swinging, and hit a comebacker. Here's the 0-1. Slider tapped foul up the third baseline. Shatsley will field it, the former collegiate infielder, and toss it into the Rocket City third base dugout. It goes to 0-2. The look back in. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high and away. And boy, you can see DeVito overthrow that pitch. He fell off to the first base side of the mound, but he's okay. 1-2 now on Ketchup, who's 1 of 7 for the series. He has struck out twice. Wind continues to trail out toward left field. Rocket City, we haven't said it very often today, but they're on cruise control right now, up 7-0. From the letters, 1-2. Fastball cut through and missed. Kept it high in the zone. Caleb whacked at it. He strikes out swinging. Strikeout number 2 for DeVito. And out number 1 in the 7th inning as we go back to the top of the order in Nelson Rada, who, by the way, showed you some mettle his last time up. He was hit on the knee, then stole second on the very first pitch to the next batter, wound up stealing third, and scored on a throwing error by Bramwell, the catcher. He's been hit twice today and walked. First pitch to him. Inside. Boy, they are going after him inside all night long. It's 1-0. He's been hit twice, walked, scored twice, stolen 2 bases, been thrown out trying to steal, and struck out swinging. Away at second is Groshans. Leading from first is Calabrese. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, cut on and missed. Threw him a curve that time, and it will go to a ball and a strike. Again, DeVito has already hit 4 batters, and that ties the Southern League record. Open stance for Rada. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, tap foul up the first base line. That'll trickle over by the Pensacola first base dugout and go to 1-2. Well, after all this brutality Rada has faced, you got to think he's due a hit, right? He got 3 of them yesterday, but I think he's owed 1 here today. Playing behind the runner and near the line at first is Martorella. Here's the set. And the 1-2. That's a curveball that sailed outside, almost crossed up Bramwell. Looked like it had so much break to it. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sam Brown waits on deck. DeVito from the letters, 2-2. And another fastball goes outside. That one in and out of the mid of Bramwell, trickles up the third base line. But the runners don't move up as it runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bramwell having a tough time of it behind the dish defensively. So a payoff pitch will be due to the left-handed hitter. Grosjean's average speed at second. Calabrese runs very well over at first. 3-2. Here it is. Missed away, ball 4. Looked like he tried a slider, but it missed outside. Second walk drawn by Rada. He'll go to first. Walk number 2 now by DeVito. Second to third is Grosjean's. First to second, Calabrese. Bases are loaded with 1 out, and here comes Nelson Prada, and that's going to do it for Ricky DeVito, who took one on the chin today for Pensacola, even though he didn't have his best stuff. He plunked 4, walked 2, and he'll depart with Pensacola down 7-0 in the 7th inning. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about it in just a moment. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build strong communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back at Blue Wahoos Stadium, 7-0 Rocket City with the lead. Nigel Belgrave becomes the third pitcher of the game for the Blue Wahoos as he'll take over for Ricky DeVito, who goes 2 1/3 innings. He allows 1 hit, and that was the single by Grosjean to lead off this 7th inning. He allowed 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 2, hit 4, and struck out 2. Bless him. The guy is trying, and he's had success. He's pitched for 4 different professional teams, but this one was pretty tough to watch. But he'll depart, and Belgrave will take over, and Rocket City again up 7-0. Once again, they have loaded the bases with 1 out, and Sam Brown will come to the plate. 2 of 3, 2 singles, a hit by pitch. He has scored 3 times, stolen a base, and flied out to left. And we will not have a new record in hit by pitches as DeVito ties the record at 4. The breaking ball by Belgrave is a strike. It's 0-1. Nigel Belgrave. He looks in. He's out of Worcester, Massachusetts. 15th round selection of the Marlins in 2013. The ball chopped to the right side of the mound. Oh, he had to play at home. Didn't take it. Belgrave will go to first in time. That's interesting. He fielded it near the first base line, did Belgrave. He could have easily gone to home, but he chose not to. He took the sure out at first base as Brown is retired 1-3. In to score from third is Grosjean. That makes it 8-0. Second to third is Calabrese. First to second is Rada, and I think the only reason he might not have done it is because he was facing the first base line. As a right-hander, he would have had to wheel his body around and fire to the plate. The first pitch is a let-up, swung through and missed by Guzman, 0-1. Still, he had to play at the plate, and for Brown, he drives in his 18th run of the year. Right against right, second and third with 2 out for Guzman as the fastball away. It will go to 1 ball and 1 strike, and it should be noted that run is also charged to DeVito. So right now it's 5 runs, 3 earned, and the runners at second and third are his responsibility. 1-1. Slider, slap foul, past third. That'll trickle off the third base side rail and go to a ball and 2 strikes. Calabrese at third, Rada at second. Rocket City has sort of piecemealed this thing today thanks to some bad Pensacola pitching. The changeup is fouled off to the right by Guzman, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Zinser has walked, singled, reached on an error, scored a run, stolen a base, and struck out swinging as Belgrave looks to end the inning. Here's the 1-2. Slider in the dirt. It skips to the backstop, scoring from third Calabrese as Bramwell can't find it. Now he does. Going second to third is Rada. That'll make it 9-0. That one skipped in the dirt and not a thing that Bramwell could do about it. Tried to knock it down, but it went off his glove into the backstop. So Calabrese scores from third on the wild pitch. Rada goes second to third. Rocket City has only scored 1 run today on the benefit of a hit. That was Emerson's double in the third inning. Here's the 2-2. And a late hack and a swing and a miss that time by Guzman. He was fooled on the changeup. He strikes out swinging, strikeout number 1 for Belgrave. But the Trash Pandas will get 2 more runs. They're both earned. They did it on only 1 hit, and that was the leadoff single by Groshans. No errors in the inning, and 1 runner left at third base. Time to stretch. It's 9-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 7th, Yoel Hurtado will stay out there for a 7th frame of work. He's got a 9-0 lead as the first pitch is a fastball and a strike to Josh Zamora. It's 0-1. Zamora, Olmsted, and Bullard all due up against Hurtado, who has kept the fish off the scoreboard on 3 hits. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, a check swing, tapper to the mound. On 2 hops, Hurtado. Fields throws to first in time as Zamora hits a comebacker to the mound, and Hurtado continues to roll merrily along. 1 out in the 7th inning for Johnny Olmsted. The only inning where Hurtado got into significant trouble, well, it was 2 innings. He had runners at first and second with no one out in the 2nd inning, but got a line out to right and a 6-4-3 double play to work out of that. Then in the 5th, he had 2 men on with no one out as the first pitch is a fastball outside, 1-0 to Olmsted. Got a fly out, a roller to the catcher, and then another fly out to work out of that jam. He'll go from the first base side of the rubber. Hurtado with the 1-0. And a fastball cut through and missed high and away. Even at a ball and a strike. Hurtado has not walked anyone. He has hit a batter. So not only has he pitched well with the lead, he has worked from ahead in the count. Here's the 1-1. And the pitch hit foul straight back behind us out of the stadium. It'll go to 1-2. What you always look for in a pitcher in a situation like this, does he understand the situation? Well, Yoel is up 9 runs. He's not messing around. He's attacking the strike zone, and that's exactly what you want him to do. No walks and 1 hit by pitch. He has really done himself a fine effort here today. He'll look in from the first base side of the rubber. Olmstead waits. Here's the 1-2. Fastball sent into right. Moving to his left is Ketchup, the right fielder. He's under it. He's got it, and that's out number 2. And by the way, Hurtado today has struck out only 2. His last one came back in the 3rd inning. What game was it? It may have been against Birmingham. Yeah, it was against Birmingham. This was arguably his best outing of the year. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, only struck out 1. He is proof that you don't have to strike everybody out and be effective. Here's Tony Bullard. And the first pitch is a fastball that's in the dirt, skips to the backstop. It's 1-0. Bullard, a 6-4-3 double play in the second, and then he reached on an error in the 5th. 9-0 Trash Pandas in the 7th inning. 1-0. Fastball rolled gently to third. Up with it, Fontenelle. Throw across the diamond in time on a jam shot by Bullard. 5-3 on the putout, and once again, Hurtado races through the 7th inning, 1-2-3. We're at the end of 7, 9-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 8th inning. Rocket City in command as they lead it 9-0 in what has been a very ugly performance today by Pensacola. Nigel Belgrave will stay out there for a 2nd inning of work as the slider is swung on and missed down and away by Moore. It'll go to 0-1. Christian today is 2 of 3. 2 singles, a run scored, a bases-loaded walk for an RBI, and a strikeout swinging. 0-1. Slider in the dirt. That'll skip to the backstop and go to a ball and a strike. Left-hander is up and throwing for Rocket City. Boy, with the way he cruised through that 7th inning, I was kind of hoping we would see Hurtado in the 8th, but it looks like that won't be the case as the fastball hits the outside corner and goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. By the way, I should note that today's game, here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, a slider down and away, and for the 2nd straight time, Moore strikes out swinging. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Belgrave, strikeout number 11 for Pensacola pitchers, and 1 out in the 8th for Miles Emerson. Should be noted that today's game is being played in front of Peter Bendix, who is the president of player operations for the Marlins. Fastball is outside 1-0. I don't think he's in a very good mood today, and I don't blame him. 9-7-1 for Rocket City, 0-3-3 for Pensacola. They've committed 3 errors, they have walked 6 men, and they've plunked 5. As the pitch is a looping line drive into center field for a base hit. Again, Miles Emerson, that was a lot like his RBI double. Caught it off the end of the bat and just flicked it up the middle. It one-hopped the dirt into center field for a base hit. So Miles has 2 hits today. The Exit velocity on both of them is probably under 50, but it works out just fine. It doesn't have to be pretty, folks. 1 on with 1 out. Here's Cole Fontenelle as we play the top of the 8th inning. Wild, wild stuff. Here's the first pitch to Fontenelle, and the fastball high and away. It's 1-0. By the way, I was talking about how the 4-hit batsman by DeVito ties a Southern League record. Well, I hate to say this, folks, but unfortunately we have a couple of trash pandas on that list. Fastball ripped foul down the right side, out of play. And we'll go to 1 and 2. One of them was Luke Murphy. That came just last year on April the 13th. He hit 4 men in that game. The other, Eric Torres. April 8th, 2023, a day that will live in Trash Panda's infamy. Here's the set and the 1-2. Fastball tapped foul over by the Pensacola first base dugout. Staying at 1 and 2. That was the day of the 7-5 no-hitter loss to Chattanooga. If you remember that game, it was game 1 of a doubleheader, first weekend of the season. Here's the 1-2. And the fastball down and in, 2 and 2. Rocket City was leading. What were they leading? It was 3-0, I think, headed to the 7th inning. They had a no-hitter going. And then Chattanooga scored 7 runs without the benefit of a hit. Pitch is slap foul past first. It will stay at 2 and 2. Rocket City picked up 2 in the bottom half and lost a no-hitter by the score of 7-5. It was the second no-hitter in Trash Panda's history, and it made headlines throughout the country. Fontenelle waits, and the next pitch, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and in. Fontenelle strikes out for the 3rd time today. He's 0 for 4 with a foul out to 3rd, and he's also got an RBI on a bases loaded hit by pitch. Strikeout number 3 for Belgrave, who's looking good here today. 2 outs, a runner at first. Here's Jax Groshans, who singled his last time up, came around to score. He's also struck out twice, both times swinging, and drawn a bases loaded walk. Lead at first by Emerson as the first pitch is down and away, 1-0. Belgrave picked up by the Fish in the 15th round of the 23 draft. As the next pitch is a fastball down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Played at Maryland. Played under Rob Vaughn, who of course is now the head coach at Bama. First member of the Marlins 23 class to reach the AA level. Fastball way outside. And we'll go to 3 balls and no strikes. Can solve a Rubik's Cube. That's interesting. I'd like to see him do that as the count is 3-0 on Groshans. Jax will wait. Next pitch. Fastball. There's a strike. And it will run to 3-1. 9-0 Trash Pandas in the top of the 8th inning. They've done it all on 8 hits. Lead at first by Emerson. Martorella plays behind him, and now time called as Belgrave steps off the rubber. Was called up to Pensacola from Beloit last July, was Belgrave. He'll go from the belt, the pitch. And a breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Good slider down and away. It goes to 3-2 on Groshans. The look back in. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner moves, pitch, swing and a miss. Change up down and away, and Groshans strikes out swinging. 3rd time he's K'd today. Strikeout number 4 for Belgrave, who strikes out the side, and Rocket City strands a runner. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price per internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher in there for Rocket City. This will be Jose Quijada. First time we're seeing Jose, the former big leaguer of both the Angels and the Marlins. And we'll get you some more lines here on Quijada, but we got to tell you about Yoel Hurtado as the first pitch is a fastball cut through and missed. It's 0-1. Quijada facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Rosario, Bramwell, and Thompson all due up in the bottom of the 8th. Again, it's 9-0 Rocket City. As the fastball misses high and tight, it will go to 1-1. Here's the next pitch. Quijada, fastball fouled straight back to the screen. It goes to 1-2. Quijada has spent the last several years with the Los Angeles Angels. He's battled injuries and inconsistencies as well. He didn't make the team this year. He was sent to AAA Salt Lake, but did not appear in a game as he was working his way back from injury. He'll come set on the right-handed hitting Rosario, who's 0-2 with a comebacker and a fly out to left. In the 0-2, a swing and a miss. Fastball high and away. Actually, that was a 1-2 pitch. Rosario strikes out swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Quijada. And out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So 1 away. And here's Spencer Bramwell. And the first pitch cut through a miss. Right now, Quijada looking really good out there, as I'm sure he wants to get back to the majors as soon as possible. And the next pitch called a strike. It will go to 0-2, and this is frankly the guy you want out here in a situation like this when it's onslaught. 9-0 Rocket City as we play the bottom of the 8th inning. Quijada looks back in. And the 0-2. Fastball, swing and a miss. Threw it high and away. Down on 3 pitches goes Bramwell. Back-to-back strikeouts by Quijada. Give him 2 in the game, and that's strikeout number 4 for Rocket City pitching. 2 up, 2 gone in the 8th. We go back to the top of the order. And Jake Thompson. But anyway, Yoel Hurtado, 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts as he is done for the day, and he should cruise to his 3rd win of the season. Lefty on lefty as Thompson stands in. 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout swinging, a fly out to left, and the first pitch is away. It will go to 0-1. So Quijada started his big league career in 2019 again for Miami. Appeared in 34 games, ERA near 6. As the slider misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. And like I said, the last 5 seasons, he spent time with the Angels. Best year came in 2022, where he had a 3.98 ERA across 42 appearances. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. Had 3 saves that season. And then 4 more in 23. Pitched well last year, but again, the injury bug came up and bit him. 2-2 a year ago, a 3.26 ERA over 19 1/3 innings and 24 Ks. Next pitch down and in, and a 4-pitch walk, as Quijada didn't want to do that. First walk of the game by Rocket City pitching. And 1 on with 2 out for Fenwick Trimble. Trimble 0 of 3, a ground out to third, a fielder's choice to third, and a rollout to short. Lefty on righty, as off the line at first is Brown. First pitch. And a fastball misses low. It goes to 1 ball and no strikes. So again, he appeared in 22 games last year and 10 the season before. He's kind of bounced back and forth a little bit between the majors and AAA. Quijada will check the runner at first. Here's the 1-0. And the slider sails inside. Going to go to 2 balls and no strikes on Trimble. And now a time called as Emerson going to jog out there, have a word with Quijada. And I got to think Quijada's the one who's asking for this meeting, being the big leaguer of 6 seasons. He and Emerson want to get on the same page. I got to think this is the first time these two have worked together. By the way, no one throwing the Pensacola pin, as it looks like we'll see Belgrave in the 9th. So Emerson comes back behind the dish with the count at 2-0. Next offering, fastball cut through and missed as tipping it into the mid of Emerson was Trimble. It's 2-1. I think he just wants to get back to the fastball and get through this inning. Leading away at first is Thompson. Quijada. High leg kick, the pitch. Fastball. What happened? Are they calling a balk? Yeah, they're calling a balk. Looked like it was going to be a strike. Andy Shatsley doesn't agree with the call by Chad Westlake, but they're going to send Thompson first to second. Frankly, I don't know what he did, and Chad Westlake still talking it over with Andy Shatsley. And now Quijada going to talk to Chandler Durham about it. As the count is 2-1. So Quijada will go back to the rubber. And now he's going to ask for time. I think he's a little miffed about that call as well. Again, 9-0 Rocket City as we play the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs, a runner at second as the right-handed hitter stands back in open stance. The 2-1 on the way. Slide piece stayed high. It will go to 3 balls and 1 strike. So he cruised through the first 2 hitters, did Quijada, back-to-back strikeouts, but a walk to Thompson, a balk, and now the count 3-1 on Trimble as Nathan Martorello waits on deck. 3-1, here it is. Fastball missed away, ball 4. So back-to-back walks all of a sudden. Walk number 2 by Quijada. And 2 on with 2 out for Nathan Martorello. Martorella 0 of 3, a fly out to left, 2 rollouts to first. So Quijada struggling a little bit here in the 8th inning as he tries to work his way through this frame. Well off the line at third is Fontenelle, first pitch. It's down and away, 1-0. Come on now. I remember I saw him pitch for the Angels in Houston last year. Came on in the 9th inning of a one-sided effort in favor of the Angels, and he struggled mightily with his command. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike as he pumped a fastball right in there. It will go to 1-1. Quijada will check the runner at second. It's Rocket City trying to preserve the shutout at this point. Quijada will check the runner at first as well. Next pitch. Fastball, another strike. It goes to 1-2, and now a chance for Quijada to get out of the inning. Here's the set, and the 1-2. And the fastball fouled straight back to the screen. It will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the set, and the 1-2. Down and away, missed with a slider. And it's going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see, in his career, Quijada has 8 saves. Again, 4 of those came in 2023. The left-handed hitting Martorello will stand back in. 2-2 on its way. Missing inside with a fastball. Running full now to 3-2. So a payoff pitch due to the left-handed hitter as, again, Rocket City leading at 9-0. Quijada, one of 6 pitchers with big league experience on the Rocket City roster. Here's the payoff pitch. Tapped foul at home plate. Went with the slider that time, and just getting a piece of it was Martorella to stay alive. Waiting on deck is Kemp Alderman. Playing off the line at third is Fontenelle. From the belt, here's the 3-2. Swung, popped up. He should be out of the inning. Who wants it? Over to his right is the shortstop Guzman, drifting into shallow left, makes the catch about 2 or 3 steps onto the shallow left field grass. And for Quijada, it wasn't the prettiest of work as he struck out 2 and walked 2, but he puts up a scoreless 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left. We head to the 9th. It's 9-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
9th inning, 9-0 Trash Pandas. First pitch to David Calabrese is skied into left, long run into the corner, looking up, and that's going to be a foul ball as David Calabrese was flirting with a home run down that left field line, but it continued to tail to the left, and it went over the wall in foul ground. And the count 0-1 on Calabrese. Right-hander starting to throw in the Rocket City pin, so it looks like Quijada will be done with his inning of work. I'll be interested to see how long he stays here in Rocket City. You know, after 5 seasons of Major League play, he wants to get back to the show as soon as possible. I think his stop will be brief. Righty on lefty as the next pitch is a breaking ball called to strike to Calabrese. 0-2 as Nigel Belgrave stays out there for a second frame of work. Or actually, it's already gone a full inning plus 2/3 in the 7th. Here's the set and the pitch. Slider in the dirt. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Calabrese, Ketchup, and Rada all due up for Rocket City in the 9th as they lead it 9-0. And I think if Rocket City keeps them off the scoreboard, this may be their first shutout of the season. A breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Looked like a slider down and in. Calabrese strikes out. Strikeout number 5 for Belgrave, who's done a bang-up job. And 1 out in the 9th for Caleb Ketchup. Let's see. Trash Pandas. Yeah, they have not won via shutout this season, so they're 3 outs away from doing that. Here's Ketchup 0 for 4. And the first pitch is another slider that missed inside. It's 1-0. It looks like Camden Manassi will get the call into the ball game. Ketchup 0 for 4. 2 strikeouts, both swinging, a comebacker to the mound, and a fly out to center. Belgrave, next offering. Slider down and away. Going to go to 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but Belgrave 1-0 at 2.63 ERA. This is his 9th appearance, all in relief. Next pitch is a changeup over the outside corner, 2-2. Let's see, he's now at 15 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Actually, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. As the next pitch is off the plate, it's 2-2. He's given up 2 homers. He's hit 2 batters. He's walked 6, and he's now struck out 23. Opponents only hitting 130 against him. As the slider cut on and missed, down and away. Ketchup strikes out for the 3rd time today. Strikeout number 6 for Belgrave, as Rocket City has not figured him out. By the way, missed in all this, Pensacola hurlers have struck out 15 Trash Pandas today. 7 by Snelling, 2 by DeVito, and now 6 by Belgrave. It's been an ugly game. Right on lefty, here's Rada. First pitch. Breaking ball, looked like a changeup. That's outside. It's 1-0. You've struck out 15 times, and yet they've scored 9 runs. Here's the set. Next offering. And a curve misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, final line on rookie DeVito. 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit. He gave up 4 runs, 2 of which were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2 more. Here's the 2-0. Fastball ripped foul down the left side by Rada. Going to 2-2 and a chance here for Belgrave to strike out the side. Rada's been hit twice, walked twice, scored twice, stolen 2 bases, been caught stealing, and he struck out swinging. Next pitch, swung and hit foul again off to the left. It's 2-2. Let's see, 15 strikeouts tonight, and last night Rocket City struck out 17 times. That's not good. Here's the set. 2-2. And a curve, swing and a miss, strike 3. Belgrave indeed strikes out the side. Strikeout number 7 for him and strikeout number 16 for Pensacola pitchers. 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the 9th. We'll head to the bottom half. 9-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long. Strike 3! You're out! Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You've got to have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless spelling. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 9th inning. It's not, or the bottom of the 9th inning. Rocket City leading at 9-0. Camden Manasseh will come in and try to preserve the shutout for Rocket City. Jose Quijada in his debut this season at any level for the Angels goes a scoreless 8th inning, no hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he departs as Manasseh will face the middle part of the order. Alderman, Zamora, and Olmsted all due up. And again, the only drama left in this one is can Rocket City keep the shutout intact? If they do, it will be their first shutout win of the season. Manasseh's been struggling of late, righty on righty, as he faces Alderman. First pitch. And the fastball hit foul, and boy, that caught a piece of home plate umpire Chad Westlake. He's okay as it caught him in the face mask. It's 0-1. Let's see, Manasseh, and now Emerson going to come up to Manasseh and give Westlake a chance to recover. On the season, Manasseh 0-2, a 10.45 ERA. 10th appearance, all in relief, 0-1 in saves. 10 1/3 innings, 14 hits, 12 runs, all earned. He's given up a homer, walking 8, striking out 12. Opponents hitting .311 against him. The 0-1. And the breaking ball tap foul up the third baseline. It will go to 0-2. Camden out of Wake Forest. He'll look in as Alderman 1 of 3 with a single, a fly out to center, and a pop up to second. And the next pitch misses low. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Only 3 hits today for the Fish. 9-0 Trash Pandas. From the belt, the 1-2. Fastball tipped foul back to the screen. Went high and in and wanted to see if they could catch Alderman. He went after it, but just got a piece of it to stay alive. Good location that time, though, by Manasseh. You could see the catcher Emerson point to him as if to say, good pitch. Now let's see if they can get the result. From the belt, next offering. Curve sent foul off to the right. Little slice job that time by Alderman. It will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. We'll be back to normal tomorrow. No more of these education days as Rocket City will play Pensacola in Game 3 of this series. Here's the kick and the pitch. Slider called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Alderman rung up. He didn't like the call by Chad Westlake, but Kemp, it's 9-0. Let's go. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Manasseh. Strikeout number 5 for Rocket City pitching. 1 away in the 9th inning for Josh Zamora, who's 0 of 2. A hit by pitch, a comebacker to the mound, and a ground out to first. Righty on righty, first offering. Fastball, there's a strike on the outer half. It'll go to 0-1. Manasseh. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. Threw him a slider inside, coming up empty with Zamora. And it quickly goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Northrop Grumman postgame show to follow the action here. As Camden looks back in. From the belt, the pitch. Looked like a slider. Did he go? No, he did not. Holding up on the check swing is Zamora, as Spencer Kim, the first base umpire, said he held up. And it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Boys will get the rest of the day off and rest up and get back to night baseball tomorrow. Here's the set of the belt, the 1-2. And a slider grounded to short, falling down on the backhand. Guzman, throw to first is in. Time for out number 2. I think Dinser may have got his cleats caught in the dirt. That was supposed to be a routine grounder, but he had to move to his right a little, and as he did that, his cleats got caught in the surface. Fortunately, he's okay. He fell down as he made the backhanded stop, got up and threw Zamora out at first for out number 2. And the last chance here for the Blue Wahoos will be Johnny Olmstead, who's 1 of 3. A single, a line out to right, and a fly out to right. First pitch. Fastball hit foul off to the right. 0-1. By the way, final line on Nigel Belgrave. He was fantastic for Pensacola. The silver lining for them. 2 2/3 scoreless innings, a hit, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Right against right. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, a strike on the inside corner. 0-2, and the Blue Wahoos are down to their final bullet. And in case I missed it, Ricky DeVito, 2 1/3 innings, a hit, 4 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 4 hit batsmen. Chad Westlake getting an earful from the Pensacola dugout. Manasseh with a chance to wrap it up right here. Here's the 0-2. And it looked like a slider down and away. Missed in the dirt. It'll go to a ball and 2 strikes. Rocket City about to run its record to 11-22 on the season. Meanwhile, Pensacola will fall to 20-15. Off the line at first is Brown. Here's the 1-2. Fastball hit hard and through into left field past the diving Guzman into left for a base hit. And for Olmstead, that'll be his 2nd hit of the game, hit number 4 for Pensacola. And now a runner at first with 2 out for Tony Bullard. Bullard, 0 of 3, a 6-4-3 double play. He's also reached on an error, and he's grounded to third. And for Pensacola, that's actually their first hit since Olmstead's single in the 5th. Remember, 3 of the 4 hits came off of Hurtado, who pitched a beauty. Fastball swung through and missed high and away. It's 0-1 on Bullard. Playing behind the runner at first is Brown. 0-1 Manasseh. And a slider tails inside. Actually, that was more of a changeup that missed inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitter. Shaded up the middle slightly, the second baseman Moore. The 1-1. Fastball swung through and missed. Threw it high in the zone. Bullard came up empty. It's 0-2, and I say we do 1 more of those and then call it an afternoon. from the first base side of the rubber. The right-handed batter stands back in. Away at first is Olmsted. Here's the set and the 1-2. Fastball bounded to short to his left. Guzman, he'll set, fire to first in time, and that's the ball game. Rocket City does indeed pick up its first shutout of the season as a ground out to short by Bullard ends the ball game. And in the ninth for Pensacola, they'll get no runs on one hit, no errors. They leave one on base. And today was an unusual day. It wasn't exactly a pretty day, but it was just as an effective day for Rocket City as, again, they pick up their first shutout of the season. They cruise to a 9-0 win over Pensacola. And with that, it's handshakes and high fives all around as Yoel Hurtado picks up the win with 7 shutout innings. And again, the Trash Pandas, they didn't score the most conventional of ways, but they put 9 on the board today, and they cruise to their first shutout win of the season. Camden Manasseh, by the way, a scoreless 9th inning, and he really needed that. He gave up 1 hit, he walked none, and he struck out another. Again, Rocket City wins at 9-0. We'll take a timeout, come back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, the law firm of Martinson and Beeson, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Alumni Hall, Eagle Insulation, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you, and back at Mission Control running the boards is Jeff Scarborough, where the news is good today. It wasn't the prettiest win in the world, but it works just fine, especially when you're struggling, as Rocket City cruises to a 9-0 win today over the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. It's their first shutout victory of the season, and, you know, these education days, they're hard to get up for when you're a player and when you're a broadcaster and when you're a coach. But it works out just fine today for the Trash Pandas. It's their final education day of the season, and they finished 2-3 in that category for the year, and it's on the strength of a wonderful pitching performance by Yoel Hurtado. Let's take you through what happened in this ballgame, and really the story. I wish I could say it was the Rocket City hitting, but it wasn't. It was the ineffectiveness of the Pensacola pitching. As today, here's how Rocket City scored their runs. 2 bases loaded walks, 2 bases loaded hit by pitches, 2 throwing errors by Pensacola, 1 wild pitch, 1 ground out. There was 1 RBI double in the game by Miles Emerson, but that's how Rocket City got their runs. In the first inning, it was Robbie Snelling starting for Pensacola, and he struggled mightily. He's one of their top prospects, and he will get better, but today was not the day for that, as he hit Nelson Rada to lead off the ball game, then gave up a single to Sam Brown. Then he would walk Denzer Guzman to load the bases with no one out. From there, he would issue a bases-loaded walk to Christian Moore before striking out both Emerson and Fontenelle looking. He then walked Jax Groshans with the bases loaded, first RBI of the season for Groshans, and that gave Rocket City a 2-0 lead. The most conventional run of the game for Rocket City would come in the third inning against Snelling with 1 out and no one on base. Christian Moore would single, 1 of 2 hits on the evening for Christian. He would then come in to score from first on an RBI double down the left field line by Miles Emerson. It wasn't hit very hard. It was off the end of the bat, but he just kept it fair over the bag at third. It trickled down that left field line, and again, coming around from first was Moore using that great speed to put the Trash Pandas up 3-0. Rocket City would get 2 more off of Snelling in the 5th inning, which pushed the starting pitcher from the game. 3 consecutive singles by Brown, Guzman, and Moore loaded the bases with no one out. Snelling left. Ricky DeVito came into the contest, and he promptly hit the first 2 men he faced with the bases loaded. First one was Emerson. Second one was Fontenelle. That forced in 2 runs and made it a 5-0 ball game. Snelling left after 4+ innings. He gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7 as he took the loss to fall to 2-3 on the season. Rocket City was leading 5-0 at the end of 5. DeVito stayed out there for the 6th inning, and his struggles continued. He would hit the first 2 men he faced, Rada and Brown, tying him with a league high all-time, a Southern League all-time high of 4 hit batsmen in one game as both Rada and Brown reached. That put runners at first and second with no one out. Rada and Brown would promptly pull off a double steal off of DeVito. The throw to third by the catcher Bramwell, that's Spencer Bramwell, was sailed over the third baseman Bullard's head into left field. That allowed Rada to score on the play. That made it a 6-0 ball game. Brown was able to take second on the double steal. Then after a strikeout, there was another throwing error by Bramwell that went into center field. That allowed Brown to score from second on a play, and that gave Rocket City a 7-0 lead at that point. DeVito left the game after 2 1/3 innings, but not before he gave up 2 more runs in the 8th inning. Leadoff single by Groshans. He would go to second on a walk to Calabrese. Then after a strikeout by Ketchup and a walk to Rada, which loaded the bases, another RBI scored on a comebacker by Sam Brown, and then another wild pitch, this time by Nigel Belgrave, allowed the 9th run to score for Rocket City. That made it 9-0. DeVito went 2 1/3 innings for the Blue Wahoos. 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2 more before Belgrave settled things down with 7 strikeouts over 2 2/3 innings. Meanwhile, for the Trash Pandas, the star of the game was starting pitcher Yoel Hurtado. 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He was only in trouble twice during the day. He had 2 men on with no one out in the second, got a fly out and a double play ball to get out of that inning. Then in the 5th, he had 2 men on with no one out before getting 2 flyouts and a ground out to work out of that jam. But again, he is proof positive. You don't have to strike everyone out to be successful. He only K'd 2 for the game, but he didn't walk anyone, and he hit a batter. That was it. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Great performance by Hurtado as he gets the win to move to 3-2 on the season. Late in the ball game, it was Jose Quijada making his Trash Pandas debut, the former major leaguer. He struck out 2 and walked 2 in a scoreless inning of relief. And then Camden Manassi, who's been struggling of late, looked very good in the 9th. He struck out 1, allowed a hit, but did not give up a run, as again, Rocket City wins it 9-0 for their first shutout win of the season. Here are your totals. Rocket City, 9 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 10 for the ball game. Pensacola, no runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. They left 7. Hurtado the win, Snelling the loss, no save. Time of game 2 hours and 47 minutes. The attendance 3,344 as again Rocket City wins it by the final of 9-0. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details. host.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Again, Rocket City a 9-0 winner today over Pensacola. Before we call it a day, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
And again, this is the Northrop Grumman postgame show. The mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us here today. We'll be back at it tomorrow as Rocket City will take on Pensacola in Game 3 of this 6-game series. It'll be lefty Samuel Aldegari going to the hill for Rocket City, 1-2, a 4.09 ERA. He'll be opposed by right-hander Evan Fitterer, 2-2, 2.84 earned run average. Looks like a pretty good pitching matchup. 5:50 will be the airtime. 6:05 first pitch. Trash Pandas and Blue Wahoos in Game 3 of a 6-game series. Hopefully you can join us right here on Talk Radio WZZN for all of the action. Special thank you back at our Talk Radio WZZN studios for all the hard work from Jeff Scarborough. And of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score on this winning afternoon. It's the Trash Pandas over the Blue Wahoos by the final of 9-0. For everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.